Now we're just live. Are we gonna play an intro or no?
Oh
I
yeah,
guess we
my
don't
bad.
need to really. It's fine. I know it's different.
Oh yeah, my bad too.
I'm hearing
My fault. My fault.
echoes.
I know it's different.
No, Ray did.
We're hearing echoes. I know it's different. No, Ricky.
So we're just all right. Well, at this point, we'll just give up on it, I guess. I mean, I don't. Do you guys need 4 minutes to get situated?
That was my
I can
fault.
just
I
tell
know.
everybody, hi,
See-
everybody. It's Pro Flata.
See, Tim, this is why I didn't want this fucking thing in our life. We have to do
Dude,
this.
it's
It
fine.
doesn't choose the intro automatically. We don't have a chat again because Tim was tired of seeing people calling him fat. I
Chat,
guess.
it's right
I don't
fucking
know.
there. No one's coming in because MMA holes are doing a contender series. So no one's like Pulse
If
is
they're
probably
doing it on
watching that right
millions.
now. Doesn't matter. We're fine. It's all good. We don't need. It's fine. At this point, we don't need an intro. I'll intro the show. Hi, everybody. It's Pro Plata. What episode is it? 223.
21.
What is it? 21.
221. Yeah.
On today, the 8th of the August, 2023. Hi, everybody. How are you guys? Fine? Good? Dude, we have stuff to talk about. Not only do we so many fights. Not only the UFC card in Nashville, not only Jake Paul Nate Diaz, but the greatest baseball fight to ever happen, and that crazy race war brawl in Alabama on the fucking boat dock. You guys see that?
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Everything about that was great. My favorite thing about it was the guy who was swimming to it. He like saw a guy in trouble. He just starts swimming to help this guy out.
Yeah, I saw like somebody had used a chair like it was a WWE match.
Yeah, it got pretty bad
And-
pretty fast. But
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
can you hear me okay? I didn't
Yes. Reload.
I didn't I didn't test this mic before because I had the wrong one on. And the thing is we went back to the old program, the better program. All right, it's an easier program, Pulse. You'll figure it out. It's just once you figure it out, you'll realize that. I mean, listen, I know how to run it, so that's how easy it is. So not difficult. It's just the other one was being glitchy and weird and wouldn't let us start the show at 7:05, which is when we always start our shows. So that was kind of the last straw. So, how are you, Pulse?
I'm
Missed
good,
you
man.
last week, right?
I feel bad, man. I totally flubbed that intro. That's my fault. I gotta.
It's all right. You'll get it for next time. Not a big deal. You just have to actually hit the thing this time. You have to hit the. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. People who have seen the show have seen the intro many times. Although they won't get to see Kendall because Kendall's in our intro, and Kendall fought
Yes.
briefly, but she fought the other night on ESPN, the Ocho, and man, did I felt really bad for her. Looks like she separated her shoulder. It looked like, is that what happened?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she had to. She quit in the first round because it looks like she separated her shoulder, and she tried to throw the pillow, but it was like just her elbow, and then she's like, "I'm done." And she was pissed. She's very clearly pissed. I mean, who wouldn't be? But yeah, it's it didn't go well for her. It was unfortunate. And that's the third time she's tried to fight for that belt too, and she's lost all three. It's a bummer, but
Well, that's
still love
unfortunate though.
Kendall.
She'll get a quadrilogy. I guarantee you. An injury like that, you can come back from. I hope, or learn how to swing a pillow differently.
Maybe. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if you're allowed to use your other arm. I don't know the rules. They try to explain it a little bit.
She uses the tooth technique.
What?
Tooth technique, sir. She just puts it in her mouth and just like swinging her neck back and forth.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say something technical about pillow fighting that I didn't know, but of course, it's just more Bray nonsense. I'm sorry for thinking that you were going to say something educated. I'm sorry. It's my fault. It really is my fault. It's not yours.
Well,
it's my fault.
also, if you, you know what, Tim? I'm a great analyzing man. All right,
Analyzing,
analyze the fuck out of things.
analyzer, maybe. No, okay.
Sometimes it can get messy. Sometimes it can get stinky. Being an
Are you
analyzer is
lagging?
exactly
Is
what I
something
like
lagging? Because it seems like you're reacting late.
Yeah, apparently something's going on. I don't know. See, none of this happened on Streamlabs, Tim. Nothing
Yeah, it
like
did.
this ever
Dude,
happened.
We had problems
No, it
every
didn't.
fucking week. We had tons
No,
of
he
problems
didn't.
constantly.
No, I'm not believing you. You're fake news. Fake news. Fake news. If I keep
Speaking of
saying
fake
it,
news,
it becomes true. Fake news.
Did you vote?
I did, Tim.
Good.
I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think I did?
I don't even want to. The fact that you said it like that, I'm worried now.
Okay.
What do I think you did?
What
I
was
think you
your
voted no because I don't
preconceived
think you're. Well, I figured you would vote no because you're. I don't
did,
think you're that big of an idiot. All right.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Anyway, it was. I didn't realize it was just that. I didn't know that.
How long
it was
did it
like
take? I mean, it took
2
2
seconds.
minutes. Yeah. Go in there. After the 90-year-old ladies swipe my card, my ID, and whatnot, and all of that. But sweet old ladies that work at the polls. But after that, yes, it was all fine.
Yeah, it took literally. I got in front of the screen. I saw the yes or no, and was
you had a screen.
"Oh, yeah." Well, I live up in the city where there's these things called modern technology. Tim, I don't know if you know what this stuff is.
We switched back. We had those at one point, but I think people down here get real shady about things they think that can be rigged. All right, so now we got to go old school paper ballots because. So you just fill it out like a Scantron with a pen and put it in a machine. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we got push screens that are from 2005.
We used to have those, but we went backwards because people are probably worried about security. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know why they switched backwards. I don't know why. But anyway, I am very curious about how that's going to go. I just don't think even people it's bad for everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about is the one thing that was on the ballot today in the state of Ohio, which was
special election, try to sneak this thing in, hoping that no one would notice. But people noticed.
Basically, you need a 60-40 split to make constitutional amendments and stuff like that.
That's what they're trying to pass. It's always been just a majority for 200 years, or however long Ohio's been. This 1803, right? 220 years. It's been majority rule, but they want to change it all of a sudden because they see something coming down the pike in November and they want to stop it. Well, they want to stop people voting on it. Which, if you want to if you want to vote against that, vote against it in November. Don't vote, change the rules so we won't even get. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. I was just at my brother's. This is why I was almost late because I had to pick up my nieces. They're staying tonight. I had to pick them up, and I'm like, we have to be back with 7. But my brother's friend, he's a good guy. I like him a lot. And was bringing it up, and he thought he knew about it, and he got mad at me because I told him that I voted no, and he got mad because he thought it was the opposite. And then I had to explain to him, no, dude, you got it wrong. And eventually we convinced him. He's like, oh, okay, I guess you were right then. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, it's fine. He didn't vote anyway, so I wasn't that mad about it. But I'm like, he's like, it's ridiculous. Why did you vote no on that? I'm like, you got it backwards, buddy. So it's fine. I just hope it doesn't pass.
Yeah, well, I'm not dumb enough to not see something that could be used against us meaning like rational thinking human beings, not just Republicans or any. Like I could see that being a thing used against us.
Well, the truth is, because of the amount of representatives from that side of the aisle, it probably would never work the other way, which is why the Republicans wanted people to vote for it. Not never say never, but not anytime soon. But it's just makes no sense. Makes no sense. You just changing the rules of the game makes no sense. Anyway,
I have a question. What is this? What is this bill again?
Okay, so the easiest way to explain it quickly is just that to make a change in the Ohio Constitution, you need majority votes of the Ohio representatives, which is probably like that in every state, and it's been like that for 200 plus years. But it was the Republicans that introduced this bill. It had a special election for it right before November to make it so you have to have 60-40 to make any changes, because they believe that there's going to be a referendum on the ballot about what's called healthcare rights. And they want to stop it from even being on the ballot. So, but really, it's basically changing the rules of the game, because I think they may eventually, possibly, lose something. So they're trying to change the rules of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if it goes to the people vote for it.
I mean,
they'll vote
again. That could
be because. Well, this particular instance, I mean, but yeah. But just in principle, I said the same thing. I mean, if the Democrats were trying this shit, I would vote no too, because it's stupid. It makes no sense. It's dumb. We've been doing it this way for 200 years, majority rule. All of a sudden, majority rule doesn't fucking matter anymore. You want to take people's right to vote away from them? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, so that's what it is, basically, Pulse. I don't know how well I explained it. That's the best I can kind of explain it in 2 seconds.
I got it.
So, we thought Tim was progressive. Right. He's against majority rule.
I'm pro math.
Well, you're probably the only person in your entire county.
Me and Marty Drexler. Although Marty, well, I take that back. Marty probably voted yes on it, but this is fine. He's allowed to do that. I love Marty. I saw Marty Saturday.
Oh, did you?
Came to the show for a minute, yeah. But nice. I didn't talk to him because Blanchard was on. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna miss any of this. He's fucking murdering. He's so fucking funny. I haven't seen him forever. He's so good.
Jeff Blanchard, for anybody watching. He is a goddamn G. Like, guy is amazing.
Those people, there's a lot of really famous comedians that are not as funny as Jeff Blanchard. Like, this one of those guys. That's definitely true. I mean, also because he doesn't play the game you have to play now, which is the social media game in a way. But I don't really blame him. I don't think he's really trying to do that in his late 50s. But like, he's so fucking funny. And my brother came and he almost died. Like, he was losing his shit. So yeah, he was great.
I've seen Jeff demolish like half full rooms at the Improv and then full rooms at the Improv. You put any amount of human beings in front of him and he mouth fucks the audience. I mean, he just doesn't give a shit, and that's one of the reasons why I love him to death.
Also, like, no two Jeff Blanchard sets are the same.
Ever either. The same, no.
Like, he might do some of the same premises or something, but it's usually they won't come out the same.
No.
And he also does a lot of, off his head shit improv. That's how he is, and he's so good. And I'm so happy he came down and did that, and he fucking crushed. And
good.
I mean, there was like 30 people there, but they all had a great time because he fucking murdered. And like I said, my brother could barely breathe. That's how hard he was killing. And I mean, me too. So that was great, man. I'll definitely have him back in like a year or so or whatever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it went well for the most part. It would have been nice if there's some more people there, but it went pretty well.
Yeah, I went to my buddies and we watched. I actually sprayed his dad's like perimeter of his house, his dad's house, for fucking flies.
Sheesh.
Well, I mean, there's the mulch he had. It definitely needed it. Let's just say that.
I have an ant problem.
Well, what kind?
I don't know. What are the
Small?
normal carpenter? What are the normal ants?
I mean, there's no such thing as normal ants. I mean,
Okay,
what's the size? Big?
Not,
Are they
okay.
big and thick?
They're yeah. I would say yeah. They're not. I mean, I've seen
Okay.
a lot smaller ants. I've also seen
Okay.
bigger ants, but they're definitely not the tiny ants.
But like jet black, like thick bodied looking, shiny. Okay. Yeah, you might want to look in one of the trees.
I think
around
it's
your
probably
house.
the dead tree by the kitchen window. And we get them every summer. But the other day I was making food in the kitchen and I killed 20 of them in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go over that tree, find out where they're going in and out of, and put some like 7 dust in there.
What? 7 dust?
Yeah.
Sit up for me. Sit up. Oh, dude, 7 dust is playing right now in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, they are.
Alter Bridge and Mammoth. That would have been a great show to go to, but I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I love all those bands. I haven't seen Mammoth, but I've seen 7 Dust and Alter Bridge, and they're great.
But no, yeah, just find some like silica pesticide that fucking you can get at Home Depot and like squirt some of the dust in the thing. It'll kill them. Okay. Doesn't harm the tree either. And if you want to make the drive, I'll come down and we'll live stream.
It's already dead.
I know, but you take care of that other problem.
Right. Okay.
So,
I probably will ask you that again because I won't remember. But yes, especially when they get back. But I've just been like killing ants like crazy, and it's only in the summer.
They're in the tree.
Problem. Yeah. We figured.
Bro, one of my favorite kills in almost 10 years in doing this fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like an assassin. I felt like Tom Colsari from what the fuck, Full Metal Jacket, where it was just like, get some. Like that day was, I was treating I was doing a regular like quarterly customer, and he was complaining about like carpenter ants and shit. And I find the tree that they're going in and out of, and I put this dust inside the tree. Tim, bro, have you ever seen the music video for Links 1, 2, 3 by Rammstein?
I don't think so.
Okay, how about the movie Ants? Have you seen the movie Ants?
The animated movie? Yeah.
Yeah, with who's the one that married Sun Yi or whatever the fuck?
I'm not sure.
Woody Allen. But they all start running out of the like nest that they're in and shit. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like they were all coming to attack me, but they were all dying, and I was so happy. Oh,
I believe you.
Favorite days ever.
I'm sending Paul some links for later.
All right, send it to him in Discord. Don't forget.
Would we get in trouble for reacting to that riverboat brawl?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, we can definitely watch the video if you want to put that up, Pulse. We can talk about.
Yeah,
we'll
try to find the one
play-by-play for that shit.
Yeah, we'll try to find the one that's in its most, in its entirety, because a lot's going on. And at first, I just saw a couple clips. First thing I saw was just like the white guys and the black guy, and I'm like, that's not good. But then I didn't notice till like later that it became a whole big thing. I was going to ask you, Pulse, like at some point, whenever that day was, do you get like a spidey sense? Something was going on because it seemed like everyone in that area did. Because there was a dude swimming across the water to help that guy out.
Yeah, amazing. I had seen that. I saw clips of it on Instagram. I didn't know if this was new or old. So when you brought it up at the beginning of the show, I found out it just recently happened. But what the hell was that about? Was that like? I mean, it's Alabama, so
right. It was some sort of boating dock, and there's people there. There's
he
a bar
probably
upstairs. People are
whistled at a
drinking
white woman, and it's one of those things that happens down there.
I don't know how it started. I'm pretty sure that the black gentleman was an employee of the dock, and he was arguing with this guy, and it became fisticuffs. And that guy's friends decided to all just like gang up on that. Which you don't do it like that, man. What you do is you stop the fight. You don't gang up, even if that guy beat your friend up and you want to retaliate a little. You can't make it can't be 3-on-1.
You obviously have never watched Shiz Mobbin in your life.
I'm just saying it's not.
Also, the brawl with the Cleveland Indians. That guy that knocked old boy out, is that Manny Ramirez's son?
No,
He looks just like Man Ram, doesn't he?
I don't know. No, I don't know. But no, they're not related.
They're just Ramirez's in name only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't even know if they're from the same. I don't even know if Manny Ramirez is Dominican. He may be. I thought he's like, I think he grew up in New York, didn't he? But that doesn't mean his family isn't. But no, but that is the greatest thing that I possibly ever saw. What sucks is they lost the game. But yeah, I think the videos. Everyone hasn't seen those. I have a lot to say about that. And also Tom Hamilton, which I don't know. Do you know of Tom Hamilton, Pulse? I don't know if you do, because he's the radio announcer for the Guardians. I don't know if people
not Milo, Tom Hamilton.
The name sounds familiar. Okay, but what about him?
Well, he's the GOAT. He is an amazing radio announcer. Yes, shut up. He is amazing. There's no one better than Tom Hamilton, bro. Come on.
Milo Hamilton of the Houston Astros fame. You leave your shit alone. Milo Hamilton and one of the greatest voices in the history of baseball. So did Lanny Ferteri.
Is he dead?
I think Milo is, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lanny, I think, is still alive. Lanny Ferteri was the voice of my childhood for the Pirates. So
okay, well, I'll definitely say this. There's no one working better than him. There's no
agreed.
Way. And he's amazing. But this is just one great example. Like, I could send you all day clips of Tom Hamilton calls. They're all amazing. And like, but him just calling this fight was perfect. Perfect.
Would you put it up there with Goldie and Rogan?
Oh, dude, I put it past it.
Max Kellerman?
Past it.
Who's the old white guy from the boxing pay-per-views?
Jim Langley?
No, old white guy.
Okay. Lampley.
Yeah, Jim Lampley.
Yeah.
And then also the dude with the white hair. What about him? He's got like the professor. He looks like one of the guys in the. Is that Jim Lampley?
Listen, no. It's a parody of Cosell. So I can't give it over Cosell but still, just baseball in the moment was amazing.
He does not do what I think he does. Dude, I haven't seen the clip. I purposely haven't watched it because I saw it and I knew you would bring it up on the show.
100%. Pulse,
and I want to watch this. I want to watch this with you. Pure.
I don't remember which one is which.
I've seen pictures though. Hell of a right hand.
Oh wait, the one that says Hammy's call. It should say Hammy's call or something like that. That's the first one. You can't really see the punch, but you hear the audio. And the other one, you can see the punch.
Okay.
So we'll do both.
I was about to say, do the video first without Hammy, and then I want to see Hammy's reaction. I think that would be a good way to do it. It doesn't
matter which way you do it. It doesn't.
No, because Hamilton's the punchline to the whole thing, because then we can get
okay, well then, all right, then do the first one first, I guess. I don't know. Whatever one pulls up is the one that we go with.
Remember, it's present and then screen share.
We'll get it. We'll get there.
Yep.
Give us 2 weeks, man. We'll be experts at this shit. So by we, I mean Pulse.
Yes, very true. But no, yeah. When I saw that he was in
like the fight, there we go.
All right, it's coming. It's still up on my end.
Yikes. During the White Sox Guardians game last night, Cleveland's Jose Ramirez and Chicago's Tim Anderson go to blows on second base.
Go back for a second.
That's not even the clip that I sent you. That's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Here come the benches. Off we go.
Yikes.
Oh!
Dropped him, man. Dropped it.
Dude, what's
hell of a right hand
about that punch is that two guys are pulling him back.
Yes.
And he barely hits him because he's getting pulled back. If he would have hit him flush, he may have killed him.
Yeah, especially with bare knuckle like that. I mean,
one of my favorite things about this, and there's a lot of them, but one is that when the suspensions came out, Ramirez got 3 games, Anderson got 6.
I know.
How does that work?
Well, number one, he clearly started it. He took his gloves off first. He threw the first punch. Also, everyone in baseball knows Jose Ramirez does not get upset about these kind of things. He doesn't play dirty. He plays the game 100% right, 100% hard all the time. And Tim Anderson is an ass. Those are just things people just know. in baseball. And what I didn't learn until today is apparently there's some things going on when they were in Chicago like a couple weeks ago. Like Anderson was giving shit to our rookies, like fucking calling them out and shit. So they were pissed at him already. So this was all bubbling, you know. We're just waiting to explode here. But can you play the other one I sent you, Pulse? The one that says Hammy's call, I should say.
Okay. You sent it in Discord?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I've said before, my least favorite sports franchise is the Chicago White Sox. I fucking hate them. And my favorite Cleveland athlete, honestly, now definitely of all time. I mean, it's Jose Ramirez, and this was true before this happened. I mean, and we like Cleveland, we fucking love this guy, dude. Like I've never revered a Cleveland athlete the way I do Jose Ramirez. Like I've been huge fans of a lot of them, but I've never loved one from afar as much as I do Jose Ramirez. It's for a lot of reasons. The way he plays, the fact that he took so much less money to stay in Cleveland, what he does for the franchise, he's amazing. He's the man. And then this dude, I'm surprised people didn't storm the field. They didn't need to. He can take care of himself, obviously.
Okay, let me start this
some jagoff puts a WWE world title around him, just like who had it at the game.
I bring it to every game, man. What are we talking about?
Oh, that's funny. It's got Indian side plates or a Guardian side plates on it for no reason whatsoever.
Take one of those. And just puts it around his waist. It's yours now, Jose.
You know what's fucking like WWE does have like Guardians gear apparently on their website, like Guardians wrestling gear, which is hilarious because they like paired with MLB at one point.
I don't understand, what was he mad about?
Well, like I said, the context is that a lot of shit. Like Anderson's been being an ass for a long time, and so this kind of just boiled over when he thought he tagged him too hard. If it was anyone else other than Anderson, it probably wouldn't have mattered as much. But he thought, because he slid head first, he thought he tagged him too hard, and then he wouldn't get up right away. And then Jose said something, Anderson said something, but it's really just all the shit that's been happening. Not just this year, but I think for years with Anderson and Cleveland. And Chicago and Cleveland go back and forth all the time too. But
I was going to say, are the White Sox
Anderson's just been an ass for a long time, and it's just kind of come to a head finally in this moment.
I mean, I would definitely say that Chicago would be Cleveland's like main rival in the AL for sure.
Yeah,
just because of proximity and like
right, and the division, and it's.
I mean, I know.
I'd say so.
I know Detroit and y'all don't get along, but I mean, is Chicago
it's a little different? I mean, and Minnesota's a team we're chasing, and I always want to beat Minnesota, but I don't hate Minnesota the way I hate Chicago White Sox. Fuck the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, that was always for opening day was always Chicago versus Cleveland. Like in the 90s at least, I went to many a Chicago versus Indians opening day, and it had a weird vibe to it. It was like, some Chicago White Sox fans, and then the rest of the sold out like stadium was Indians fans. And anytime, and especially like when Albert Bell went to the Chicago White Sox, like people fucking like booed him hard, like just destroyed him verbally, especially from the bleachers where all the fucking psychopaths are in Cleveland.
The only opening day I ever went to was the first day at Progressive Field, and Jim Thome was playing for Chicago, and he hit 2 home runs. I think they hit him both off Sabathia, and we still won though. I remember that. So anyway, do you have the video, Pulse?
Which one?
The one that says Hammy's call, something like that.
Yeah, that wasn't the one.
No.
Okay.
Maybe it got taken down.
No, I don't. Why would it? That wouldn't make sense.
It's copyright material. We know about copyright strikes on this channel.
Yeah.
Tim and his love of meatloaf.
Did we get a strike for meatloaf?
Yeah, I think we did. We got any Jim Johnson song we play, or not Jim Johnson.
Steinman.
Jim Steinman. Thinking Jim Johnson's the guy that did WWE theme songs for years.
Is this the one, the second clip you sent in Discord?
That may probably, yes.
Yeah, second one, I think.
Okay.
So, but no, yeah, man. Like, guy like Ramirez on that team is a huge boost in morale. Like, that guy, he's made that team better.
For the entire team. Everyone follows his lead and plays. Everyone on that team plays hard because of Jose Ramirez, because he plays hard. He is the unquestioned leader. He is the best player. He plays 110%, so the whole team plays 110%, and it's amazing to watch as a fan. They're not playing as well as I like.
Trade him.
What?
Nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other one. Sorry, it's the other one.
Damn.
That was the first one I
Go
sent
back. Yeah, I want to see this again. Gets him ready. Boom, boom. Push him back right on the button.
He would have broke his fucking jaw if it didn't.
He probably broke something.
Anderson, first punch, terrible form.
Bam.
Posey, nice little hook.
Oh.
Okay, I think it was the first one.
Yeah, it was, the other one. Sorry.
God damn it, Tim. Why?
All right, that's the one.
Hey,
listen, that was that's the best view of that shot too. So
oh hell yeah, dude. I mean, he fucking cracked his ass.
I think I'm gonna get. I looked it up on how much it would cost today. Well, not very much. I'm gonna get a little 4x6 right here. That shot, that picture, put it right here.
Yeah, that was. I approve that. I'll approve that. I got the mini AC unit I showed you right next to me. Trying to stay cool, Tim.
That's what that was. I didn't know what that was when you.
Can you hear it?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like a mini AC unit. I have to put like ice cubes in it and shit, and like freeze the filter. It's so just ghetto, dude. It's ghetto. Hate it, but it works right now.
Do you not have air conditioning?
I do, but it's not like my air conditioning up in my room sucks. Now, if I had your setup, I'd be down where you're at, except for the black mold.
Actually, pretty warm right now. Yeah, but the dehumidifier's running. It's doing its thing.
Could y'all not hear the call? Was that him? The down goes Anderson?
Yeah. No, I couldn't hear it.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
You just play the video.
Oh, Tim. Oh my God, it's not working. It's a big fail. We're going back to Streamlabs. Couldn't hear the audio. This is all your fault. All your fault.
I'm already tired of this bit. It's not funny. It's just annoying.
You know what I didn't like? For almost a year, you.
No, but I was right.
No, you weren't.
What?
You're lying to yourself, Tim. Why are you lying?
Will you pull the video up, or what's going on?
Yeah,
because he doesn't like you.
Which one?
The other one, not the other one.
Not the one with the call, but the
no, the one with the
Yeah, the one with the call. Did you just play that? And it was
that was it. I think the audio I could hear it, but I guess you guys couldn't.
Oh no, can you just pull the video up?
Sure.
Yeah, pull it up again. We'll fix this in real time.
Yeah, the one that says a hammy with an absolute all-timer. Yeah, that one.
See, this is
it's
what
fine.
I get.
We'll get there.
Now mainstream media.
I'm Ray. I'm saying give us a week. You said give us 2 years.
A year. It was a year.
All right. Terrible year.
Barely a year.
We got no new subs.
Yeah, we did.
Probably got 4 or 5.
Square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Ramirez went in with a head-first slide. Hosey never gets upset about anything. They came up chewing. Anderson squared off. Hosey decked him. Head first.
One more time.
Oh, man. And in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Great.
That's nice.
Went in with a head first slide.
All right, you can take it down.
Never gets upset
Okay.
about anything.
Hammy's the man.
Anderson.
I could see if I'm going to tell you right now, $10,000. That's what I'm going to offer Tom Hamilton a show. If we ever start doing an MMA organization and live streaming it, Tom Hamilton will be our guy.
Ring announcer. Yeah, I don't.
No.
Play-by-play?
Color commentator.
Oh yeah, I don't think he had anything to do with that. He did used to do Ohio State basketball for a long time too, but he's a pretty good basketball announcer too. But no, he's the man in baseball. I mean, that is, it's probably one of the calls going to be known for nationally. But in Cleveland, there's so many.
If Cooperstown doesn't, if Cooperstown doesn't have that as a button on like his Hall of Fame calls, I'm gonna be sad.
He'll get in soon. He was a finalist recently. He'll get in. Whatever there's a broadcasting wing or something. He'll get in soon.
I'm just wondering who challenged who. Was it the second baseman or was it Ramirez? Like
it looked like
Tim
Ramirez.
Anderson.
No, it looked like Ramirez. Like
Tim Anderson took his glove off and decided he wanted to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then it's like, how do you call somebody out to a fight and then end up getting your ass whooped? Like, how does that work?
That's what happened. He wanted the smoke. He got the smoke. And you know what? And again, as a Guardians fan, as a Jose Ramirez fan, not a fan of the White Sox, not a fan of Tim Anderson as a person. Great player, but as a person on the baseball field, I should say. His personality playing, I should say. The way he plays.
It's okay. We have a black guy on the show. You can relax your butthole.
Dude, I didn't even think about that till you said it. So.
Oh, speaking of that, shall we react to the
Yes. The race war in Alabama. Let's watch it.
Let's go. The Alabama Jamma. What's up, John? Sorry, we're in the middle of watching.
Fight. Everybody fought an animal. Yeah, I have things to say about that too.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about it too. I watched it yesterday.
Piss me off. Everyone likes to see a good toe-to-toe brawl. So do I. But you know what I also love to see? I love seeing who's better. I love finding out who's better at this. Who's better at MMA. We definitely fucking figured that out, didn't we? Anyway.
Ready?
Let's go. I like it. But yeah, we'll talk about Cory Sandhagen, Rob Font later in the show. Stick around, folks. I'm waiting on the video to pop up here.
Dude, even if it's a wrestle fuck, I love seeing this on one side. Like, dude, I'm obviously better at this than you. So here we go.
Yeah, agreed. But we'll get into it more.
Zero problem with it. I could see some people would, but I would have liked the stand-up war too. But we found out who was better.
Yeah,
and you can tell he was obviously training wrestling because he was trying to fight Ced, right? So
yeah.
Is this a security guard or what? Like,
what are we doing?
I don't know. The video hasn't popped up.
This is the smoothest operated show of all time.
Wait a minute. Oh, you guys can't see it?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, is there an extra button you have to push on this one?
Yeah, the present and screen share, all that shit.
Is it up?
It's coming.
Yes.
Okay.
It's coming on. It's there. Yeah, let's
see how much of this
graphic content. Suck my ass. I'm an adult.
Oh, you down. And he's still in that moving boat. Clapping his hand. He's like, clapping his hand.
Dude, this is the problem. Now here comes the cavalry.
Coming to the rescue. Oh, yeah, take your time, Arnold.
Look at that. That guy's swimming. He's swimming there. He's coming. I'm coming, man. I'm coming. the best of humanity on display.
I just don't understand the context. What is all about?
I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Like,
they're still.
I mean, how
shit.
obviously it was something that.
He ain't gonna do nothing. Arrest that. Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Honestly,
So-
that might be just as good a commentary as Tom Hamilton, to be honest with you.
He want more action.
Oh boy.
Young boy swarmed over there.
I mean, were these kids drunk or like? What, I don't
William
know.
though. Did you see him take off in that water? Your boy gonna go get it.
Did you see him take him off in the water?
No, don't stop him now.
Why? Yeah, why are you fucking putting hands on him? Let him fight. Let's go. Oh, body slam. Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh
no.
what a shot. Down goes oppression. Down goes oppressor. Down goes oppressor. Boy, I'll tell you something. White privilege may be society, but it is not physical in the fighting.
Now,
White
at
people
some point,
suck.
somebody comes in with the chair.
He ain't playing.
Yeah, that's just pure alcohol. That's pure grain alcohol, right?
This is right now the avenging of Rob Font is what this is.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, does the context matter that much? Because nothing could be said that would justify this happening, right? Like, obviously,
I'm wondering, like, how do these people know each other?
Yeah, but he's gonna let Star just handle that.
What was that, Paul?
I'm just wondering, like, how do these people know each other? What started this? I'm just wondering, you know.
I
Probably
think
hollering at each other and fucking shit popped off.
the black guy is unemployed. The first guy was unemployed. I believe.
Okay.
And I think he's telling the guy something about parking a boat. I don't know, but the guy's probably drunk and he got the whole thing, and I don't know. Then the other people were just drunk and decided they want to get in a fight. And then other people were just had his back. I don't know. It just became. I have a feeling that the majority of people involved in that fight had no idea what it started as.
They
Why it
just saw
started.
people fighting. Okay, so did I miss it, or didn't at some point somebody come in with a chair?
I thought so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's later in the video. It's that big black dude in the black shirt that swings the chair.
I know your boy. He throw that lady down. I'm talking about he threw that. I bet she won't grab it no more. He already swam across this water. He's serious. He got the car right there. He touched the but he untied they boat.
Ever the showman.
But they should have moved though.
There must have been another version or like an angle or something for that.
Yeah, I've seen all kinds of angles. But good show, man. I'd go back for the late show. I think it was entertaining. If I'm ever in Montgomery, I check it out.
You can never justify $10 for a soda at a dock fight. I'm sorry, like I don't think that's worth the price of admission for one, Tim. For a dock fight.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the T-Mobile expecting us to pay $15 for alcohol.
It's fucking. I just made a decent joke, and then you just fucking take a piss on it.
Well, yeah, because Streamlabs yard sucks. Streamlabs.
Hey, listen. I'm not the one that actually made the physical switch. I mean, you're the one that did it, so don't give me shit.
No, it was awesome. It was the best.
No, I mean you had to switch back. I didn't do that. You did. So don't give
I
me shit.
did because I was worn down by your incessant nagging, going, "Oh, we should go back to StreamYard."
Because I was right.
Proving you
the whole
wrong.
time.
Proving you wrong,
I doubt it.
Tim. By the way, there's still a couple days left for you to get your free ticket to the Lake County Captains. Come up here. Let's go to a game.
Going all the way up there to sit on the grass.
Why not? A home run ball. You can get one.
Because I can see double A is a lot closer. Why would I drive further for single A?
Free ticket?
Dude, I get a $5 ticket, which means I'd be saving money.
I think it'd be worth the price of admission.
I'm just jealous your name's not Tim.
I am actually right now. I'm kind of mad his name wasn't Ray. I'm like,
it's funny. Was that last year or the year before when at the Rubber Ducks game they had that couple that broke up on the jumbotron or on the it's like it's over from Tim, right? And then people named Tim got free tickets for like one night too. So yeah, let the Tim. Just always let Tims in for free.
No.
We go to the Guardians Dodgers game. I just thought of this because it's the first game. They're gonna have to put in official paperwork to Major League Baseball for when Ahmed Rosario comes up the bat for the first time, so we can give him a standing ovation without him getting a pitch clock violation. That's what they have to do. They have to send a request in.
That's fucking
a
stupid.
day before. How pretentious is that? Like my guy's he's gonna have a standing ovation probably. He deserves
Dude,
it. He will, but I mean,
baseball is becoming the new golf. Like it's being very hoity-toity for no good reason.
Well, I mean, in that situation, you had a guy who played for you for a while and he played well for you. And you trade him away. His first game back, you give him a standing ovation. That's normal. But it's the fucking. When it happened, was it Cody Bellinger? What happened to Bellinger in L.A.? They called a pitch clock violation on him.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, this is fucking, why are we doing this? And Major League Baseball is like, well, if you want to have a standing ovation, you should put in paperwork and get a request at least a day before. That's what they said. I'm like, you're all right.
At least Live Golf let Bert Kreischer hit a fucking a par 3 without his shirt on. Like baseball needs to pull its pants down a little bit. It's too high. They're like nipple length. It needs to be at least stomach.
It's the fucking pitch clock shit. Overall it's been fine, but that's fucking stupid. Come on.
But yeah, dude.
We don't know what's happening. You're gonna call. I'm not blaming the umpires really because they're doing what they're doing. But for Major League Baseball to be like, nope. Never put in. Yeah,
we gotta enforce it. It makes it faster.
But because they got so much shit because of that with Bellinger, I think it happened with somebody else recently, and they let it happen. So I think they're gonna let it happen when it happens in Cleveland. And if you do not stand up and clap as well, I'm going to pour a beer on you.
Well, I'll be in a Dodgers uniform.
I don't care. Be polite.
Which I have to actually. When's that game?
It's like in 2 weeks.
22nd.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
Okay. No, I'm figuring out because next week I get paid and I have to buy that Jackie Robinson shirt.
I saw you can get one for like $25. I think I saw them online.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to Fanatic for it.
Paul, it's 2 weeks. You got to do the show by yourself. You ready?
I think so.
We'll be watching from our seats.
I won't be. I'm watching baseball, but I'll watch later. Do you want to do it? I mean, you can absolutely do it. If you don't, we're not going to tell you no. I mean, you don't have to do it, but yeah, do it.
I do.
Okay, cool. All right, do whatever you want. You don't go fuck.
Oh God, there's gonna be all kinds of shit going on. It's gonna be like Mushroom Tuesdays.
He's gonna have Sanosi on.
Oh yeah, Sanosi.
Yeah, he's allowed on the show.
Hey, it's Pulse Day. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'll make you a special thumbnail.
Actually, you could probably get Moss on if we can't, but you probably could.
That'd be dope.
They'll probably they'll be doing what they're doing now, or they're doing
We'll hop in at some point
series.
just to scare you and be like, "We're here. We're still alive."
Live from the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
In between innings.
Who's on their knees though?
Live from the Jim Beam Bar.
Okay.
Pretty close to the Jim Beam Bar, so that's good. Although I have to all that driving, I can't have too many Jim Beams.
Yeah, you got. I'm gonna be Ubering, so I'm gonna Uber afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say
that way,
no.
Well, that way you can go just straight home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would appreciate that. That would be nice.
Yeah. I'll Uber. I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, I'll pick you up.
Well, so if the Contender Series is on right now, is that slap league thing still a thing, or is it over with? Or
I might be on like fucking Rumble or something.
On Rumble, isn't it? Yeah. I think that was
which I think we might leave Twitch for Rumble. I want to see how our numbers would be on Rumble. To be honest with you,
I'm a little worried about the
because we do have that COVID strike on here, so I think our reach.
The audience we would get from Rumble makes me a little nervous. Although, listen, I would go full in if it was big enough, and I'd fucking wear a red hat and shit.
A lot of comments that say Pulse is one of the good ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah.
No, Jordan said it best. Republicans watch or Republicans buy Nike too. So
it's true. Speaking of that, did you get us a code for Kraken?
No, what's Kraken?
Kraken, the shotgun.
Oh
thing.
no, I'm gonna apply for that thing. I want to get us Krakens first. That way, it's a nice little product placement too.
Well, listen, I want one as well, but
only $20.
I want but I want the $5 off code. We were the first people that buy them with the $5 off code.
I already have a code actually, and I get texts from them constantly. So. I would love to do the affiliate program for that just to see if we actually do anything with that. Because once we start doing the chugging for pay-per-views,
oh Lord, it's gonna be interesting, dude. I think it's gonna
and I'll do mine live.
It's gonna be more difficult than Tequila-Quences.
I mean, do you have a gag reflex?
Yeah, I have it's a horrific acid reflex.
You know what you should do?
But I'll give it a go, but it might not go well. I'm gonna have to weigh like a tarp down here. It looked like I was doing wet work in the basement.
You look like your Dexter's sidekick, like the one that puts down the tarp for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question: is it true that the app Rumble is it owned by the Tate brothers?
I think they're like minority owners, but they're Dave Rubin, who's a gay conservative.
Those are fun.
Hey, Riley Nesbala is a dope human being, and he is like a gay conservative. So, or just conspiracy theorist, which I love him even more.
What do y'all think about the Tate brothers? What do you like?
Ooh, let me smoke this bowl, and then we'll talk about the Tate
I don't know.
brothers.
I don't know enough. I just know Andrew Tate's a piece of shit, so I don't know.
I mean,
Dylan Tate for the Orioles.
Ooh, we'll talk about that too. There's an Orioles story I want to get your opinion on.
Oh, I know which one it is. It's actually pretty funny.
It is.
Because it took me a couple times, like watching the clip to see what was going on. Then I realized, oh, they're just fucking salty about fucking sucking.
Yeah. Which is dumb. Like apparently it was in the notes of the show,
right? Yeah.
For him to talk about their losing streak, and he improv. So fucking what? Like that's called radio.
It makes
man.
us look cheap. Well, then because you're being fucking cheap.
Like, if the glove fits, fucking wear it, bro.
Right. Like if you're being cheap, you're being fucking. I don't.
Yeah.
Did the Nuttings do that in Pittsburgh?
Oh yeah.
Did they suspend people for being like, we need to spend more money, and they're like, nope, you're done.
Oh no, if they did that, I would drive to the fucking offices and just sit there and protest out of whoever got like suspended. Like, go fuck your mother, dude. Which I'll be in.
They didn't trade Kutch. I thought they were going to.
No, they're not going. He's the figurehead. He's on his. Plus, this is probably the last team he'll play for. Like, I think they're keeping him as sort of like the rah guy.
Everybody else. They got rid of Santana and
but
Choi and Rich
We
Hill.
got some young guys that are coming out of the farm league that are really doing well right now for us. I mean, we're not last, at least right now in the National League Central. So we're like 9 games back. So it's doable.
I just don't understand. Like, I don't think they have to make up their mind. Are they in a rebuild or not? Like, it's like because when they went out and got like Santana and Choi, I'm like, those are weird signings unless you think you're going to win this year. So at least they traded him when they can get some value, get somebody for him. But like, it was just weird. I'm like, are you trying to make a run or not? Then didn't you? I mean, giving Reynolds that contract makes sense. This is your best guy, but I don't think they know what they're doing.
No, they haven't known what they're doing since they bought the fucking team.
I was gonna send you a article. I forgot. It said that they have the worst front office in baseball, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could fucking, with a good stat sheet and a budget,
Go straight up. I'm gonna watch Moneyball 3 times in a row.
No, you
I'll
just
even
look
read
at
the book.
You go with the lowest value guys with the highest fucking averages, pay them a little bit more, incentivize them, and then you got guys who are willing to play for you. Like, that's the problem, because you got Andrew McCutchen, who's one of the best of his class. I mean, he had some
time. He's over he's not baseball old,
but he's motivational too. Like, the guy is a really good teammate, and especially he loves Pittsburgh. He
has more value in Pittsburgh than anywhere else.
Oh, for sure, and that's what I'm saying.
He'll sell tickets to Pittsburgh. He won't sell tickets anywhere else.
Well, the thing with it too is not even that. It's just like the motivational part for like young guys, where it's like, this is the Pittsburgh way of doing shit. I understand this. Follow my lead, and we'll be able to win because I won in 2015.
It's nice when that guy's also your best player, like in Cleveland.
Yeah,
like
Jose Ramirez is a good example of that guy as well.
He's perfect. I love it. They should build him a statue today. And you know what it should be? It should be him standing over fucking Anderson, like that T-shirt that I want to buy, but I can't afford.
How much was it?
Like $30. Oh. Which, I mean, if it was a year ago, I would buy it. But you know, I bought a ticket for the Bowling for Soup show in Pittsburgh next month, and I had to get a room.
What day?
Told you it's a Wednesday. We talked about this already.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going by myself.
What's the date though?
13th.
Ah, okay. So Tim. So Drunk Ray put an earworm in someone's head who is very motivated to do stuff. And you've met this person at a UFC event. It's not Shauna. It's
Keith
John
Peterson.
You didn't meet Keith Peterson, motherfucker. I'm the one.
Right,
I get a text. Pulse. You've been to a UFC event, right?
No.
You've never been to a UFC event?
No.
What?
Joaquin Buckley, then.
I bothered Joaquin Buckley to get that photo, and I'm proud of that photo every day.
This day, that's so funny because like he was really trying to get away.
I know.
Like, no, one more.
Please, I'm ready. I have my phone ready for the selfie.
Yeah, I was
Thank
like,
you.
When it was happening, I'm like, dude, just let him go. He's trying to go. Let him go.
No, it's Joaquin Buckley. I'm like, fuck that. But if you go to UFC events and go early enough, I always say like an hour before, like right when doors open, pretty much. You can go down to the barricade of whatever arena you're in, like the hockey retaining wall. And depending on who's coming out and who's doing what, you can get pictures with like, I got a picture with Keith Peterson at UFC Columbus, John McCarthy. I got to meet big John McCarthy at UFC 210 in Buffalo. Bruce, I met Bruce, which was awesome. He was a nice guy for the short amount of time we actually hung out, like we talked. Anik was my first one, and I felt so bad for Anik because he was stopped by this like guy who had Civil War cannons on his back with like rope and like an eagle in it and shit with like flags. It was total white trash, right? My favorite part is I'm waiting at the wall. Anik's talking to this guy, and you can tell Anik's just like, and at one point, Anik looks over at me, and he's just like, 1 sec, man, hold on. I'm just like, no, take your time. You deal with that shit. And John came over and talked to us for a while, and like, it was awesome to be in that environment where like you can meet the people you see on television who call these fights, who do these fights. Michael Bisping ran past us to avoid a selfie line. Probably me. He saw even with one good eye, I shouldn't fuck with this wanker. But no, yeah, dude. If you ever go to a UFC event, I always tell people, go down to the thing beforehand, see who's around, and if there's not a lot of people around, they'll come over.
If you give a fuck about that, like I don't. Ray was telling me, here I'm getting pictures. I don't give a shit about that, dude. I don't get fucking starched. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, you. No, I don't like that at all. I like to talk to him. I like to have him on the show, but do I need a picture with him? No, I don't.
I need it because there's some people like what's his name, Justin Brown from this past in Nashville. The referee, I sent you a picture of him. Kind of looked like what did I say he looked like? Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Is
it Steroid Troll? Oh, that's
no
Steroid Troll.
Steroid Troll was there, wasn't he? I think he was.
Yeah, he was there.
Who's the referee that looks like Ethan Hunt or Ethan Hawke? I mean,
Ethan Hawke.
I don't know.
Herzog, I think his name is.
Like
Herzog?
Ethan
I
Hawke.
don't know. I don't really see that one, but
no.
Hey, what does John want to do? This is what you brought up. Were you talking about John?
Oh,
what John?
I am paying $180 to go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for WWE Payback, one of their premium live events. Oh, Tim's just disgusted. Watch him walk away to get more bourbon. Oh no, he checks the bourbon thing. You can take him off the screen.
Okay.
Which I mean, I'm kind of excited for because I think the next premium live event is Payback. So to be there in that arena for like the culmination of, month-long side angles that guys are going off on is going to be fun. Haven't been to a WWE live event since Fastlane 2016.
What was the main event?
Roman Reigns, Jon Moxley, and Brock Lesnar.
Oh, okay.
Bro. And this is when Roman was being like completely booed out of arenas. He was being hated upon on a level that I've never seen a wrestler be booed on. Well, I'll take that back. Batista in 2014, after he won the Royal Rumble, I was there that night for that Monday Night Raw.
That was the year Daniel Bryan should have won it.
Yeah, and that was the night I was there. The night CM Punk walked out of the WWE.
Wait, the pipe bomb?
No. I'm talking about the night that he looked at Triple H and was like, "You should need to work with me. I shouldn't have to work with you."
Oh, okay.
The one where he just completely said "fuck it" right before he came back to the same arena for UFC 203 to fight Mickey Gall.
Oh, okay.
I was in the audience for that too.
Wow.
Yeah, brother. Like, I had a good Forrest Gumpy level fucking luck with like combat sports for a while, where I saw DC versus Johnson 2 live in living color in fucking Buffalo, New York. I saw Stipe knock the fuck out of Alistair Overeem.
Oh man.
And then
so that was the one that was the Mickey Gall. Yeah, CM Punk was the co-main, right?
Yeah, they weren't co-main. They were pretty close to co-main.
Okay, main card. Yeah.
I forget what the co-main it was Travis Brown, Fabricio Verdum.
Oh, where he started the fight off with the flying front kick to the face?
Pulse, you want to know something sad about that fucking opening to a fight?
What's that?
I have amazing seats. For UFC 210 or 203, literally like where I'm at, guardrails like 7 rows down, maybe a little bit more, but I see the inside of the ring.
Okay.
I look left, I look right, and when I look right, I hear, "Wow!" I fucking missed the kick.
Oh man.
I missed the fucking kick.
To me, that's the highlight of Fabricio's UFC career. I mean,
dude, like when they showed that replay afterwards,
yeah,
the whole play, you could tell the people that had missed it because some people just got super loud for no apparent reason. That was one of the best. Hi, Tim. That was one of the best nights of my life, dude. Like UFC 203, I'm getting high in a parking garage in Cleveland, Ohio, about to go watch UFC. It was a thing I'd never fathomed in my life that I'd ever get to see live. And in my hometown, like UFC comes to Houston a lot.
yeah.
Okay. They haven't been back to this town since Stipe beat Alistair Overeem. That night was the last night we ever got UFC in this town, and it pisses me off
Did you
to
get
this day.
Yeah, man, it's been a while now.
Did you get nervous when Overeem dropped him in the first
Yes.
round? Okay.
Yeah, my heart dropped. Like I literally was like, "What? No, not in his fucking hometown." Like I didn't want Stipe to lose that way. Like
Right.
not in Cleveland. Because that would have been the most Cleveland shit ever. Hometown boy comes home and fails. Like that's a Cleveland fucking like fairy tale right now. That's what a lot of people aspire to in this area.
That's what happened when I saw Brian Rogers fight at Bellator. He got knocked out. That fucking sucked. The place went silent.
Oh,
Yeah.
when Fedor knocked him out?
No. Brian Predator Rogers. He was a middleweight. He lost to some, I forget the Russian dude. I think he was beating him like the whole fight. And in the third round, he got knocked out. That was years ago when Bellator was at came to Cleveland. It was the same. It was Alvarez Aoki. It was Aoki, I guess his name. I forget. Eddie Alvarez beat the crap out of some dude.
Yeah, man. You want to talk about like a night?
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Okay.
Yes.
Back when LeBron did the decision, when he announced he was going to Miami, what was the atmosphere like in the city? Because well, I'm sure, but I'm saying we saw like video of people burning his jerseys and shit.
That was Chad.
Yeah, it was Chad Zumach. Rob Gargiulo from Rover's Morning Glory always will be immortalized for crying, going like, "I love LeBron." I remember being at what's called a Panini's. It's basically a lesser version of the Great Permane Brothers sandwich that people eat in Pittsburgh, which I'm excited for September 2nd. But no, yeah, it was as soon I was at the bar and they had on the big screens, like what a movie screen kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he goes, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach," you heard glasses smash on the ground. You heard people going, "Oh, fucking course he is." And then it just sadness the entire rest of the night.
I was at work at a restaurant, but I was like standing in the bar area watching it. And like at that time, I think it was Chris Broussard. Was that the journalist's name?
Mm-hmm.
Like things were coming out and you kind of thought it sounded like he wasn't going to stay. And we're like, that can't be true, man. It's not going to be true. And when he said it, you're just like, ugh, your heart sunk.
See, that's the problem with Cleveland, my friend. You guys have this thing called hope that the rest of the country lost a long time ago.
Yeah, but Ray, I don't know if you remember how that story ended.
Right, I was going to say
he did leave, but then he came back and won us a championship.
Always
forgiven.
When he announced his comeback,
that was amazing. That was a huge deal. I found out. My grandmother texted me. That's how I found out. She knew before me, and she texted me, "LeBron's coming back." I'm like, "What? He is?" I had to look it up. I'm like, "Oh shit."
I was listening to the local ESPN affiliate at the time on my phone, just kind of following it all day because it's a Cleveland thing. Even though I claim to not like the town, I'll follow like local shit if it's big enough. And when Aaron Goldhammer, Tim will know that name, read the ESPN article that was written by, I think it was Wojnarowski, right?
It was probably a Woj bomb.
Yeah, it was
either that or who was the guy from Akron?
I have no idea.
The big guy. What is his name?
Terry Pluto?
No, no, he's a big fella, big like my size, like big.
Ken Carmen?
No. Is it Brian something?
Oh, Windhurst.
Yes, Windhurst.
Yeah, Brian Windhorst. Yeah.
Pulse got it. Yes, Windhurst. Yes. He's the guy who basically got big because of LeBron. He covered LeBron in Akron, then he just kept getting promoted when LeBron got bigger. Not saying he's not good at his job, but that's just that's how his career went. But yeah, I guess he got hired from ESPN for like be the LeBron guy.
But when y'all actually won the championship, because I remember when the Stros won.
He's asking me, Ray, not you.
Well, both
I have
you don't give a shit. Yeah,
like,
but you're not a fan. I am. I'm a Cavs fan. You're not.
I'm just wondering how because I remember when the Stros won in 17. Say what you want to about the ring, but I'm just saying it galvanized the whole city. Like you would see people who probably normally wouldn't even speak to each other. Everybody that night was like, "Go Stros!" Like
galvanized. No, you mean united the city. Galvanized means splitting.
I mean, yeah, okay, united.
I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't see any fist fights over the fact that the Astros won.
No.
No, what galvanized it was the shit that came out later. That's what galvanized.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I mean,
galvanized the entire fan base, including me.
People that I remember walking down the street the night of, and some car was like, Stros, world champions, fuck yeah. And like people who normally wouldn't even speak to me. It was like everybody just came together. So I'm wondering, when the Cavaliers finally won, because it was big, it had to have been bigger for the city for y'all, because that was.
I live an hour and a half from there in a small town. It was like that here.
Okay.
I mean, it was Father's Day. It was Sunday. It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
And yeah, usually. Nothing happens here on Sundays where I live. If you're out on a weeknight or Sunday, if it's a school night, it's a summer. But anyway, Sunday or work night, whatever. If you're out past 7 or 8, you're doing something. You're gonna get arrested. You're doing something wrong. All right. Things don't happen at night on weekdays here. Right. But a little bit different then. Although everyone did go home pretty quick after it was over. We got to work tomorrow. But no, it was like it was like that here. Yeah, and because it's been 60 years since we had a champion, it was a huge deal.
50,
whatever. A long
52
time.
years.
Would it be bigger if the Browns or the Guardians?
Yes. The city will probably explode if the Browns ever win a Super. I could imagine.
Imagine
we had 1 million people downtown for the parade when the Cavs won. If the I'm laughing because number one, the chances of it ever happening seem impossible, but also
it'd be like the Texans winning a Super Bowl in fucking Houston. Like the city would not survive.
I think the only other city that would be comparable would probably be Philadelphia. But it's been so long, we've never had that kind of success. I don't know if we know what to do. I'm just compared to what the basketball, what happened with it would be tenfold whatever happened with the Cavs, with the Browns winning the Super Bowl tenfold.
You know what I want to do now?
If the Guards win a World Series, it'd be about the same as the Cavs, probably. But if the Browns win a Super Bowl, it would be 10 times bigger than either of those.
I want to write a movie. This would be the idea of the movie.
Draft Day 2.
No, Cleveland man wakes up in an alternate timeline. And he realizes he's in an alternate timeline. And the first thing he realizes that it's an alternate timeline is it says Browns win Super Bowl. That's when he's like, this is fun. Where am I? That would be my favorite part of the entire movie.
Whatever. When we win the Super Bowl this year, in Vegas, Browns win the Super Bowl in Vegas.
If the Browns were in the Super Bowl in Vegas, not gonna lie, I would grab your ass and go fly out to Vegas.
We wouldn't be able to afford it. We wouldn't. The place would be like Super Bowl weekend would be impossible. It's impossible to get anywhere in Vegas.
Oh, I know.
Let me ask you this.
That was when the Super Bowl wasn't being played in Vegas. Now it is. Now it's even crazier. So
let me ask you guys this: what would be bigger, the Browns winning the Super Bowl, or what if John Jones Stipe Miocic knocks out John Jones.
Browns
win the Super Bowl by a lot, by a million.
You don't realize. You do not. You see stuff on like ESPN about like the fucking Browns fans being this wild bunch, and we're not like those fans in Cleveland. Like that shit. Until you experience, and I think what we should do, Tim, is pool our money together. Pool you and I.
I don't have any.
Pulse. Like
I have no extra money.
Here's the thing. Again. Well, here's the thing.
I'll start door dashing to get Pulse a plane ticket.
I don't care. We'll do it for Browns Steelers.
Oof.
I don't know.
No, but
we'll do it for Browns Steelers.
Can you imagine
Pulse up to witness the just?
Is he breaking up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I get it because it's like, didn't the fans used to wear brown paper bags over their head? Was that Cleveland?
Some still do to this day.
Yeah. So even when we're winning.
But, I know it would be momentous, but I'm just saying, imagine Stipe Miocic knocks out John Jones in the first round.
Amazing.
Still not it.
But no,
it doesn't get the same amount of appreciation as
John Jones. Like he's never actually lost a fight.
Listen, I love it.
Pulse,
but no,
you don't realize.
If you think dude, it's not even on the same planet as the Browns. No, not even.
Because I need to explain.
Also, not even many people care about MMA, but just
Pulse. Here's the thing. Let me explain something to Pulse, who's an outsider to the Cleveland hellscape that is Browns fandom. Like you guys have the Rockets, you guys have the Astros, and you also have the Texans. Okay, you love all three. You support them to certain amounts.
Not me. I'm not a Texans fan, but I understand what you're saying.
But in this town,
right,
there's only one option, and that starts in September. Like the Browns are the only thing in this town that people give a shit about. They claim to be the Guardians, Indians fans, whatever.
Overall, they are second tier compared to the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns.
Me personally, the Guards are my number one, but it's me personally. But overall, the city, like if the Guardians could be 30 games above 500 right now, killing everybody, right? But when Browns start, they be talking about Browns training camp day 5 before they talk about the first place Guardians.
Yeah,
like they get to it. But they would talk like the Hall of Fame game just happened. They'd be talking about that right off the bat, and then maybe mention like.
So the Cavs would get third place, even though, because
I think they're below even the fucking Cleveland Monsters at this point.
No, it depends who you talk to. I mean, some people are bigger basketball fans than baseball fans, but overall, it's Browns, and then the Guards and Cavs are kind of on the same plane. But the Browns, it's a Browns town, 100%. But yeah, like.
It's sad.
And it's annoying as a sports fan listening to the sports shows in Cleveland because you want to talk about the Guardians even if they're doing well or whatever. And when they're in first place, they talk about it, but then they'll be like, well, the Browns about 2 weeks away from camp, everybody. It's what it is. And you're just
it's the opening to Major League, but if it was the NFL, spring training starts in June.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't care. Like nobody really gives a fuck about any other sport in this town but football.
Well, a great example of that is when the Browns were gone for 3 years, we broke a major league record with 455 consecutive sellouts.
Yeah.
When there's nowhere else to go,
I've been meaning to ask you about that. Whenever Baltimore won their first ring, did y'all celebrate or did y'all?
Such bitterness in this town. They burned an effigy that day. What are you talking?
It's kind of like an extension of y'all, right?
No. Listen, this is 100% true. When Art Modell died, they had a moment in silence in every single football stadium that week that was playing a game. Every single one, except for Cleveland, as a request by his family. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's how we felt about him at the end.
Jeez.
Yeah,
dude. Cleveland's like Philadelphia. Like,
dude,
they're hardcore. We're
Browns,
hardcore
Eagles
human
before I
beings
die.
up here.
Browns Eagles Super Bowl before I die. Oh man, in Detroit. So I want a Browns Eagles Super Bowl in Detroit.
I would stay a week in Detroit just for all the
That'd be
like
amazing.
events.
Amazing.
Hit up
Detroit
the
might
MGM.
be gone after that week.
Oh man, Philadelphia has the worst fan base in my opinion.
They're fun, but scary.
If for no other reason than for that EDP guy.
Who? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I just
Was that the naked?
I heard
Was that the naked dude?
Whenever the Cowboys would play the Eagles, like there was a playoff game up there, and some fans drove up there from Dallas, and they said that they went to the game, and that the fans there saw that they had Texas license plates, and they vandalized their cars and shit.
Yeah,
and the Eagles won.
Yeah, that's Philly, man. Like they threw batteries at Santa Claus for fuck's sake, or snowballs at Santa Claus.
I love that Mike Polk Jr. story about how they killed the Baltimore woman.
Wait, what?
I can't really tell it. I mean, he used to have a video of it online, and I mean, I won't play it here, but I'll send it to Pulse to watch later if I find it.
But
he has a. Yeah, because when he did his special on Kent, he told the story and then he cut it out.
Casey Jones, I'm going to buy the Browns and rename them the Poos, as you should.
Good one.
As you.
Oh, you know what? Here it is. I found it.
Wait a minute. So they killed. Wait, Eagles fans killed somebody?
No, it's the Browns. Watch it later. It's a great story. Mike Polk Jr. Hilarious. But I don't know how else to tell it to you. You just have to watch it. But yeah, watch that later.
Yeah, Municipal Stadium used to be wild. I'm assuming it was the Municipal Stadium days.
No. This was the new stadium.
What?
Since they've been back. No, it's a story about.
Did she wash up on the shore? What happened?
No, she didn't actually die, but like they clocked her with a full beer.
That sounds about Cleveland. Yeah,
and then at the end he's like, "You may come to our city, and you may beat us. Statistically speaking, you have a good shot." It's like, but we may kill your women.
Yeah, dog. Like Cleveland, we threw garbage at refs for fuck's sake.
That was great. I was proud of our fan base. The best part about that is how they only sell plastic bottles in the stadium, but there was tons of glass bottles on the field.
Well, I mean, if you got to sneak it in, it's a good way to do it. The detector won't pick it up, especially with a plastic top to it. So fuck yeah, baby. Yeah, man.
I'm excited for the Pulse show. I'll have something to watch when I get home.
Pulse show. I'm gonna have Tim.
It will probably be our highest rated show.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that.
What date is that again? You said 2 weeks?
22nd. Yeah.
22nd. Okay.
Yeah, man, August. Prepare for it. Do whatever you want.
Well,
go as long as you want. Who cares?
So, but are the Browns fans, are they hopeful for this season despite like?
I'm going to take a leak while Tim answers that question.
Cautiously optimistic is what it usually is, although we do let our hearts kind of lead it. The answer is yes. Yes.
Okay, so what was the reaction when they first signed Deshaun Watson? What did people think?
That was mixed. Definitely mixed. I mean, I didn't like it. I know he's good, but I knew what we were going to get so much shit for, and we did, and we have been, and we will. We'll keep getting shit for it. And we just, I don't know, we were for years we were giving shit to Pittsburgh because of Roethlisberger and his rape allegations, but now we have a guy. So we look like assholes, right? So, but hopefully, I mean, we have been excited every time we get a new guy, hoping that this is the guy. We're excited about Mayfield. We were excited about fucking Johnny Manziel.
I was gonna ask when they drafted Manziel, what was the atmosphere like? Because he had a lot.
We knew he was good, but a lot of people, including me, thought he was going to be a bust, and we were hoping for the best, but expecting the worst.
No, I never believed in him. I never believed that a guy who's 5'11".
No, I don't think. I think talent-wise, it could have been just fine. It's just other shit. Did you watch the documentary, The Untold, on Netflix?
No. Who's that about?
Johnny Manziel. There's one on Johnny Manziel just came out.
Okay, no, I gotta check it out.
Johnny Football, and it's good. It's very good.
Yeah, I just never believed in the guy.
It does make you feel for him a bit, because could you imagine being that fucking huge, that famous, when you're that young?
Yeah,
I would have probably acted the exact same way.
That's why I didn't believe in him, because I was like, this kid wants to be a celebrity more than he wants to be a football player.
Right, and he's like, it didn't matter who drafted me. He's like, it wasn't going to work. I wasn't ready to be an NFL quarterback then.
I mean, like, didn't he go to Vegas like the night before the draft or something like that?
No, night before a Browns game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's when they finally released him, and he was in disguise. He had a wig and a fake mustache in Vegas. And he missed all the flights, so he just didn't show up. And that's what they're like, yeah, I think it's about that time.
Yeah, that guy was never going to work.
No, it wasn't. And of course, it had to be the Browns that wasted a pick on him. Multiple picks.
Hey, what about Baker Mayfield? Did y'all?
I was pumped for him.
Yeah, he had a little bit more of a level head, I would say.
I was hoping. They had kept it did a pretty good job of keeping that a secret who they were going to pick, because all the way up they were talking it was either going to be Darnold or Allen. No one was even talking about Mayfield till like right before the draft. Like maybe Mayfield, and then it was Mayfield. So they did a good job of, and that's what I wanted. I wanted Mayfield. I thought he was the best guy coming out.
Wow.
And
you could have had Sam Darnold though, man.
Right. No. In hindsight, Josh Allen looks fantastic, but they don't know. I think the next guy, I think it was going to be Darnold. It would have been Darnold before Allen. I don't know if that's true.
Or Josh Allen. You could have Josh. That could have changed your fortune, man.
You think, but he's going to a different franchise. Like, I don't know. I still think to this day, if Tim Couch was drafted by, let's say, the Eagles instead of Donovan McNabb, that he would have had a pretty decent career. He just got destroyed in Cleveland. And he never really had a shot.
I mean, I look at Josh Allen and what's the guy that looks like Macaulay Culkin up there in Cincinnati?
Oh, Burrow. Josh Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I look at them as like the two top young guys in the league, man. So
They are. There was a question that one of the sports shows put on YouTube was, is Deshaun Watson which tier of quarterbacks is he in? Is he a first tier, second tier? And I guess you do the math. You're talking like 6 or 7 first tier guys. So is Deshaun Watson in that tier? I think. I mean, he has the talent to be, and he used to be. Will he? If he can do what he used to be able to do, he will be. Yes, but I don't know for sure. I think second tier for sure, but hopefully first tier.
I'm not sure he's top 10. I don't know. I like that whole squad that the Texans had. They've all kind of fallen off. Even Hopkins. There was a point in time when people called him like the best receiver in the league. He's not that good anymore, I don't think.
The thing is, he's never played bad. So even last year when he came back, he was rusty, but he wasn't playing bad, and he got better each week. Has Cleveland ever won a Super Bowl? No. They won several championships before they were called Super Bowls.
I was about to say sniffed the Super Bowl a few times, but never always fell short. 2
back-to-back AFC championships against Denver. Lost them both. The drive, the fumble. We forget Ernest Byner at this point, but
my dad, until he died, had always told me about the conspiracy theory. Who did the Ernest Byner was the fumble?
Mm-hmm.
That bookies paid him to like take a dive so they would get the money.
Wait, what? Is that
that Ernest Byner did the fumble on purpose so nobody would win? Like there was a bunch of money on Cleveland, so they were all like, "Take a dive, just take a dive," and Ernest Byner fucking fumbled the football. Yeah. It's my old man. I loved my old man. He was a fucking psychopath. Although he did lose a bunch of money on the University of Houston at one point in the Final Four. I think it was like mid 80s. And
Five Slamma Jamma.
I think, yeah. Whenever they like lost by somebody slammed the ball back.
That was NC State. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Vegas at the time of that and was winning a lot of money, and he bet it all on that game. And then
that team was like the ultimate Cinderella team. I mean, they were a good team, but it's like they were not supposed to be Houston. They weren't supposed to win any of those games, and they won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Survive and Advance, I think, is the name of the 30 for 30 about them, and that's really good if you haven't seen it.
Oh, that's set them back for generations. They're still not. They used to be a powerhouse in college.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they are one of the top programs right now. Again, right now. I mean, they've had really strong teams the last handful of years.
Yeah.
But there's so much because of all the transfer rules now. There's so much parity in college basketball. You never knew what the fuck's going to happen. I love it though. It's even crazier than usual. But Houston, I had Houston going to like the Elite Eight. I forget how far they got though. But they were 1 seed, weren't they? I think they were 1 seed. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, they got that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wishes I could go back to like moments like that, and even like the first championship the Rockets won. I was too fucking young to appreciate it at the time, and I wish I would have been a little older to like be like 14, 15 at that time as like a Rockets fan. Like I wish, man, but now we barely in the conversations anymore for fucking anything. It's sad.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about the college, but then I'm like, I need to talk about the Rockets for a sec because I'm sad about it.
Yeah, no, I was a kid too, and it was a great time. It was
bro. Like I think somewhere in this house, I'll wear it next time on an upcoming show. But I do have a 1993 championship shirt from that year.
I thought you were going to say a 2008 Pirates alternate red jersey.
Shut your fucking whore mouth on that one, Tim Danko.
You did say that you had a collection of
those were the worst jerseys in the history of baseball. It was so bad. What were they thinking? It doesn't even make sense.
Is that true? You have a collection of memorabilia, or
we have a Houston Chronicle somewhere in the house from that day, front and back. Might actually be up in our garage that we have, like our detached garage. Yeah, we got some stuff from that era. Like I think we got like a Taco Cabana. Like remember when Taco Cabana used to give out the cards that said like "Let's go Rockets" and all that shit? Yeah, I think we had those for a while. Yeah, we had a fuck ton of Houston stuff. Like I wish I could find it all. If I could find it all, it would go into a new home studio once I get an apartment after I get done paying my lawyer off and the dentist and everybody else. So constantly in debt, guys.
Look at these beautiful.
Shut up! Stop! Put those away. They didn't exist. They didn't exist. It was a fever dream, Tim.
Gorgeous jerseys.
What you're seeing is orange. It's the Shazam of jerseys. It didn't happen.
Whose idea were those?
Speaking of Taco Cabana, do they have like Tex-Mex in Ohio?
Oh yeah,
yeah, but it's
a lot of Guatemalans though, so you're kind of like,
oh, I mean, there's Mexicans up here. The place by me, I eat there all the time. It's called El San Jose. It's very good. It's been here for 20 some years, and it's very good. And I eat there all the time. It's always like I say, it's always a 6.5. You know, I've had better, but it's you always know what you're gonna get. It's not a surprise ever. But the Mexican food I've had in Texas was overall better.
Oh yeah, the shit
I've had some decent stuff up here, but down there it's overall better. Also down there, stuff is spicy no matter what. There's some spice in it, and if they tell you it's going to be hot, it's really hot. Here, if they don't tell you it's going to be hot, there's zero spice at all, like completely none.
Have either of you guys ever been to a restaurant called Tortuga? It's got a turtle on the logo.
I don't know.
I'd have to ask my mom. I
can't remember, man. I went to a bunch of places when I lived down there, but I don't remember all the names of them.
Yeah.
I went to a Chewy's a couple times, but there's like a Chewy's in Columbus. Like that there's a chain everywhere. I can't remember all the names. I mean, usually the best places are the local family-owned ones. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, even when I lived out in Denver, Like the Mexican food out in Denver was top fucking shelf, like really good shit compared to out here in the Midwest. I mean, it's not great, you know. It's white people version of fucking like.
I've had good Mexican food in Ohio.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's because when it's family owned, it just depends on which family you get. Really,
yeah,
and
for sure.
And how much they whitewash everything.
Yeah. So one time I'll actually say, like, up here in Ohio, the word whitewashing food is definitely an apropos, like, spot on.
Yeah, no, it's real.
Yeah,
and it's funny that people that have, let's say, ethnic food of some kind, if they don't do it, they have to do it eventually because they realize people won't buy their stuff because it's too hot. Like, that's like the Thai food lady, the Thai place. Apparently, she used to make shit from her house, but it was really hot and like no one could eat it. Well, a small handful of people could eat it, but she had to like tone down everything.
Yeah, you get sensitive tummies.
Man, I need to go back there. I haven't gone there in a while.
But yeah, up here, like shit, it's like Cleveland wants to act like it's diverse as fuck, but it's like we're all pussies up here. Like once anything spicy really gets introduced, you get guys like crying.
Man, I want that damn jambalaya again that I had up there. It was so fucking good.
Yeah. There's a part of me, I think I'll have money. How much was the jambalaya that you had?
Let's just say you probably spent $50 at that restaurant.
Okay.
Let's say that.
All right. That's not bad for a downtown Cleveland restaurant. Like,
I mean,
for two people?
If you want to, no. I said yourself. You spent $50.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna back off that statement right now.
No, you're about to say it. No, listen. If you want to go, I'll go. I just gotta make sure I have the. I'll keep it. I'll hold it out.
I'll just go to the thirsty. We'll just go to the Thirsty Parrot and fucking eat their grimy fucking bar burgers. Or
maybe.
Harry Buffalo.
I've had Harry Buffalo plenty of times.
I love Harry Buffalo.
Yeah, me
too. You got that's only like a Cleveland thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just it's just that one.
They have.
Man, I can't talk today, but yeah,
Pulse. They have bison burgers. That's what makes them special in our area.
It's special because it's a downtown Cleveland restaurant. It's kind of a nice place. It's a decent place.
What's
it called?
Harry Buffalo. It's right across the street from the basketball arena.
Yeah,
it's like real prime area downtown. Yeah.
Yeah, the one downtown is like prime real estate right next to the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Harry Buffalo, sounds classy. It is not.
It's not that bad. It's clean.
Well, it's clean. I mean,
it's a bar. It's a bar with food.
Yeah, it's not high class by any fucking stretch of the imagination.
But it's I like the Harry Buffalo.
It's good food. I actually quit a Harry Buffalo after like 3 days out in Paynesville. Was working out at one of those. There's franchises. There's one like 20 minutes from my house.
Is there? Yeah. Last time I was in Cleveland, we couldn't find anything to eat late on a Wednesday, so we went to the casino just to eat. Well, we ended up playing slots, but eating not bad. Anyway, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We probably hit something up before. There's we can get a Barrio before or something.
Ooh.
Or there's a lot of options at any of those places.
I Uber Eats Barrio and I shouldn't because like their delivery fee is fucking insane.
I'm sure it is. But no, Barrio's really good. I mean, and there is Barrio in the stadium, but it costs more, and it's not quite the same. It's not bad.
I think it's better. It might have just been how high I was because I did take an edible beforehand.
That makes more sense.
But the Stoner Shell, Pulse, they figured out something at this place called Barrio, which is like a nouveau fucking.
We are very inside today, but it's okay. We're having fun.
It's okay. We're making Cleveland references. We're advertising. They should advertise on our show, Barrio. I've spent more fucking. I could buy a Barrio franchise for the amount of money I've spent in those fucking places. But like, it's like nouveau Mexican kind of thing where it's like Mexican, but you get to pick your toppings and stuff. but they have this thing called a stoner shell, which is chorizo wrapped in a soft shell with a hard shell on the chorizo. And it's so fire. Like that's dude, have that with their pineapple salsa. Pineapple fucking salsa is like, I don't know what they put in that shit, but it's one thing I cannot go without.
Yeah, now I want to do barrio.
Ah, man, yeah.
Well, it really depends on how busy
it's like
it will be.
$4 a taco too, which is nice.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you need at least 2, but
I usually get 3.
Yeah.
That's the max you can really eat there.
But I was gonna say, well, yeah, it might be busy because it's gonna be downtown, but yeah, we can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure out food.
Oh,
we'll just look at what's like not like what's cheapish. But yeah, dude, like I would love to though bring Pulse up for a fucking Brown Steelers game. Like nothing more to me would be I will figure out a way. I don't care if it's by December. I will get you up here for a fucking. I'll put you up in a hotel. We'll it's not gonna be great. Obviously, it's gonna be like
red roof in.
Fucking,
That's what I got to get in Pittsburgh. Red roof in. Not excited about it.
But
however, I'm staying on the opposite side of the river. I'm not going downtown side.
But Tim, I want to bring Pulse in for a Brown Steelers game and buy us all tickets.
You want to buy us tickets to Brown
and
Steelers.
get them and get like third level so you can see the game, but you can also watch the chaos of a Brown Steelers game in person. Pulse, like I haven't been to one. I've been to one, and it was fucking one of the most wild things I've ever seen in my life. Like people throwing shit at Steelers fans and cutting them in line and like just being assholes. Like Browns fans are the biggest dicks I've ever.
No, you stop it. This is where we fight because that's not true. It's fucking
Steelers fans will play fucking cornhole with Browns fans because they're our little brothers.
No,
all right,
fucking garbage people. Like, get out of here. No, we're done.
Only Cleveland thinks this way. Only Cleveland thinks this way.
We're done. We're done.
Well, you want to see the real Cleveland attitude? What Tim is doing right now is exactly what it is. Steelers fans are nice people. I've never met a shitty Steelers fan in my life.
They're the ugliest fucks you'll ever see. That's true. Like you can't say that's not true. They are ranked.
Me, Tim.
Ranked. The ugliest fan base in sports.
Okay, so they have some fat bitches that give good head. Who cares?
You can just tell. It's so funny. I told you.
Good people
come down here. She told me this, like unprovoked. She's like, something about Steelers fan. Like, when someone's a Steelers fan, just for like the way they look. I'm like, started laughing so hard. I'm like, how did you? Has anyone said that to you? She's no, just something I kind of thought of. I'm like, it's so true. I'm like, you're 10 years old. She figured this out. It's so true. You just tell.
Your niece said this. There's no hope for the youth. There's no hope for the youth. I fear the next generation now.
I'm also excited for college football. You a college football fan, Pauls?
Yeah, sure.
Who's your team? Oh, you don't have like a whole hard answer? I do.
I mean, I guess I like UT. I like UT, A&M, probably neck and neck.
Okay, all right,
These are my boys right here.
Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he rides and dies by the
Buckeyes,
Buckeye. He does.
What did you think about Maurice Claret?
He's a good man now, and he's doing a lot.
Good man now. I like the way he fucking.
But him and Johnny Manziel, that was like the most wasted talent you've ever seen. He was so, and he went play 1 year as a true freshman. He was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then
that's argued. You know what?
Sucks.
I gotta say that national championship game between them and Miami.
Oh my gosh, the game's amazing. I still watch that game like once a year.
Like all the talent that was on the field. I mean, especially Miami, man. They were so deep at every position.
The last play of the game, Grant, outside linebacker, came blitzing on Dorsey. Any other play would have been a sack, but they had to score, and so he just threw the ball away. Right. C. Grant was a great player for that team. C. Grant is from the town I'm from, New Philadelphia, and he's actually the cousin of my mom's boyfriend. But yeah, all the bars in New Philly. There's a picture of that last play, and C. Grant, like in all the bars in town.
What?
Yeah, because he's the hometown guy who made the big play in the big game.
Speaking of that team, did you ever see? It was a documentary on ESPN. I don't know. It might have been a 30 for 30, but
Youngstown Boys.
No. On the murder of Will Smith.
Which Will Smith?
Will Smith from Ohio State, not the actor, but the.
No, I know. No. I didn't see a documentary on it.
Oh man, it's actually, I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's kind of eye opening.
What's it on?
On ESPN.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I would have saw it if it was on ESPN. Are you sure it's not Youngstown Boys?
No, it's strictly about him and about what happened to him. You're familiar with what happened to him, right?
I can't remember.
I don't remember that one.
So he was a D lineman for the Saints. He was all pro.
Yeah, that Will Smith. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see a documentary about his death. No, I didn't.
Oh man, it's kind of tragic what happened to him, but when you watch that, it's kind of his fault what happened to him, you know. Also,
victim blame.
Also, you remember the receiver for the Colts, Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, his son plays for Ohio State, and he's a badass.
Okay,
seen him play, Marvin Harrison Jr.? He's a badass.
No, I haven't. But as far as his father, apparently that guy's apparently he's a murderer.
Is he?
Yes.
Legend.
And it's crazy because
so was Ray Lewis. And whatever.
I was about to say Ray Lewis killed a guy too, so we can't really cast fucking stones at glass houses here.
Bro, the NFL has had some guys that are
What?
Well,
wait.
Listen,
Tim, hold on.
They fuck him up. I gotta here. You do this bit. I'll be up. I have to do something.
Pulse, are you telling me that there are some football players out there who have done horrid things?
No, but I mean, like,
color me embarrassed.
No, but think about, like, especially Aaron Hernandez. I gotta say, man, when you think about the fact that this guy killed people he played in a Super Bowl having killed a guy, and I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's like, how do people sleep at night? I just can't imagine.
You want to talk about like something that like disturbs me a lot? It's like watching true sociopaths, people who have no empathy, no emotion, all that shit. I'm fascinated by those being a narcissist because I can look in on them and be like, I like myself, and you know, I'm all about me. But like to get to the point where you're fucking just killing people and not giving a shit.
Right. It's like, I think in my life, I'm no angel, but I mean, I have a conscience. I can't do bad shit and sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, anytime I watch something with like, even like, do you know who JD DeLay is?
Who's that?
JD DeLay. I kind of want to have him on the podcast just to like hang out and like shoot the shit with him. He was a prisoner in the state of Oregon. And he talks about like shit going on in the prison systems and stuff like that from like the Oregon perspective.
Okay.
And he talks about like what he calls chomos, which are basically Jeffrey Epstein's kind of guys.
Right.
But like creepier and all that kind of stuff.
Pedophile.
Yeah. You can say it. But like I could kill him. Casey, I don't not believe you. That's the thing. Some of the comments you've made in the past.
Casey, I don't.
What are you listening to?
No, I have the stream on my phone.
Oh. No, yeah, man. Like even like an Edmund Kempert. Have you ever heard of Edmund Kempert?
No.
He's probably my favorite serial killer of all time because his time in prison is what's more fascinating than anything else, because like he did a bunch of audiobooks from prison. So like when you and I were in fucking elementary school, we might have been listening to a serial killer narrate a book in our 3rd grade English class. You know, remember those days when like the teacher would put in the cassette tape and it would tell you a story?
Yeah.
That might have been a fucking serial killer, bro.
No, like, you know who is the coldest of all time? A guy by the name of Richard Krasinski. You know about him?
Oh yeah.
The original Iceman.
Oh, Kuklinski.
Okay, yeah. The way he talked about it, like they asked him one time, he's like, "Do you ever feel remorse for what you did?" And he was like, "No, these guys were names on the list and I took them off."
Yeah, I love the one where he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to use a crossbow and see if it worked. I came up to a guy and he made a lot of noise, but he ended up dying." Like, he is one of the scariest human beings, and he died of cancer in prison, which good riddance to bad garbage in my opinion. But like, yeah, man, Richard Kuklinski was a guy you looked at and went, "Fuck you. I don't know who you are."
Steve Austin modeled his character after that guy. He was like, I want to be as cold as that guy in the ring, you know?
Thank God he wasn't known as Fang McFrost. That would have kind of killed the gimmick completely.
I think we should get the mob back in the major cities.
Agreed.
I feel like, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of bad, but there's some good in there too. You know, no street crime. I mean,
the mob would have been the ones doing.
That's what I say. When the mob is in the city, the only people doing crime is the mob.
Yeah.
We need real life Boondock Saints, you know, in every major city.
Oh my God, that would be fucking epic. Do you realize?
Exactly. We need vigilantes. We need Batman.
Send Kevin Holland on a 50-state tour.
There's a guy in Seattle that was dressing up as a superhero and like
Phoenix Jones.
He was an MMA fighter. Yeah.
I think, dude, listen. One of these billionaires needs to like start funding Kevin Holland and have Kevin Holland basically be Batman. That's what I want. He basically is anyway. Could you imagine if he had the gadgets and shit?
I mean, that was the premise for the movie Kick-Ass. It was like, what if superheroes existed in real life? Well, shit, I feel like we need them nowadays.
I don't know if I realized it when it came out, but I watched Kick-Ass like a year ago. I'm like, this is an amazing, amazing movie. This is such a good fucking movie.
You know what?
The second one's not bad either. They should make a fucking third one. They've been talking about it.
That is, I was talking to somebody recently. That is my. Okay, so the original Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, 89, that's my favorite of all time, favorite comic movie. My second favorite.
Me and Pulse are best friends now. Oh, yay.
That's the Prince music one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
great. Hail, the baddest man in town. Yeah.
That's, to me, that's the GOAT comic movie. Some people say, I don't know, like people compare The Dark Knight to that, but I don't understand that. I don't like The Dark Knight.
Not even a comparison, motherfucker.
Man, it's all preference, man. And there, you know, all the comic book movies, I feel like depending on what you're into, something else will be your favorite because comic book movies through the years have been all over the place as far as comedies, dramas, dark comedies, like all over the fucking place.
89's
Batman, so good.
89's Batman is the GOAT. Just if for no other reason than because of Jack Nicholson as Joker. That is the greatest. The greatest ever.
And I'm going to say this.
No, I almost said all the Jokers. Most of the Jokers. Except for the one that sings for 30 Seconds to Mars. Everybody, all the other ones have been really good. All the other Jokers have been really good.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would say he's probably the worst.
Even Cesar Romero, but he was
Gotham.
Cesar Romero wasn't like a dark
Jared Leto.
Cesar Romero wasn't like a dark Joker, but he was a complete opposite of what like Joaquin Phoenix did. But he was great doing what he did.
That's my personal I'll put Jack Nicholson as like the number one ever, but like my personal favorite is Cesar Romero, just because of the surf episode of Batman 66, where instead of saying Cowabunga, he just keeps yelling, Cowabunga, Cowabunga, I beat him, Cowabunga. And you're like, I don't know what to tell you, kid, but you're doing it wrong.
Well, so to me, I got Batman as my favorite one. I have 2004's Punisher as my second favorite, but then I got Kick-Ass.
Really? That one just popped up on.
Yes.
That one just popped up on Netflix. I haven't watched it in a long time. What was the guy who played Punisher? What's his name?
Singing
Thomas
fucking
something.
You remember Kevin Nash is that big old Russian dude?
Yeah, he played the Russian in it. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in so long. I'll have to watch it.
Oh,
it's on
man,
Netflix now. Just
I might watch that tonight. That movie's so fun.
Too,
I'm in the minority here. I
haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember it. I'll give you.
I like Ray. What's his name? What was the guy? Ray. He died. He's gonna be in Ahsoka. What's that guy's name? Ray something.
Leota?
No, great person though. But he played the second Punisher, that Punisher Warzone movie that came out. Ray something or other.
Oh, I never saw that.
He's a British guy.
I don't know.
Fuck. What did he play that you guys would know who he was? Yeah, look it up. Ray, Punisher Warzone. Frank Castle. Who was that? It's Ray something. I remember because it's my name. So it's
no, but you did not like the 04 Punisher with John Travolta,
bro. That movie.
Thomas Jane. That's the name of the guy who was in the Punisher. Anyway.
Yes.
Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson. Ray Stevenson's Punisher to me is what a Frank Castle. Because I'm a big Punisher guy.
Ray Stevenson. He just died.
Yeah. He's gonna be actually one of his last performances is Ahsoka on Disney Plus when that comes out.
He played fucking Danny Green, Kill the Irishman.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. You ever seen that, Pulse?
No.
It's a very Cleveland story right there. Great
Bro,
movie, Kill the Irishman.
You have an assignment, not before Thursday. We'll give you a week. Tuesday, you need to have watched To Kill the Irishman.
Okay.
And it's a very Cleveland story. Like it's
good. It's a good movie.
Oh, it's got some Christopher Walken, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, it's got some names, but Ray Stevenson isn't one of the lot bigger names in that movie than Ray Stevenson, but he's the main character and he does a great
plays
job.
Danny Green very well.
I gotta ask Ray, man. 04 Punisher, that was for me is way better than Dolph Lundgren's Punisher.
Well, I mean, fish and fowl, apples and orange. If you're comparing it to the Dolph Lundgren fucking Punisher, then that movie deserved all the Oscars compared to the Dolph Lundgren movie. I'm not saying it's not a bad movie. I liked Will Sasso in that movie. I think it's Will Sasso's in that movie. Or no, John Panette. John Panette is in that movie. And fucking, again, Mark Colley doing that song where it's like, I can hear what you're thinking. In
Greatest
the fucking
comic book
diner.
movie.
Yes, that was great, man.
It's a good movie.
Because that's why I like the movie, because he kept on sending assassin after assassin to kill the guy, and they kept failing one by one, and it was great. That was like that guy though. He came in there like Johnny Cash. He was playing his guitar. you know,
Mark Colley, 80s country icon. Mark Colley, fucking playing, fucking.
Dude, you know who's playing the Kent stage pretty soon?
Who?
Steve Earle.
What?
Steve Earle, dude. I'm like, dude, that'd be fun.
Find out how much tickets are.
Look right now.
Find out, and I'll have my mom drive me to Kent. I do not give a shit. I know Anthony Savat likes me now. I'll crash on his fucking couch.
Well, he moved.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he lives with Jorge now.
Okay, I'll ask Jorge if I can crash on the floor. I don't care. I want to see Steve Earle for 2 songs, Galway Girl and fucking Copperhead Road. Those are the only songs I want. I love Steve Earle. I think he's a great artist, but Copperhead Road is the reason I would buy a ticket to that.
Oh
show.
Shit! It's fucking soon. It's next week.
Never mind then. Never mind.
I didn't realize.
Yeah,
it's not sold out, but it's next. It's next.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I'm not gonna be able to swing that. I'm gonna dude. My lawyer fee comes out next Wednesday. I'm paying my boy $60.
Friday, September 1st, Men Without Hats. I really want to go to that. I do really. $30.
$30?
30 to 45, depending
Men
on
without hats?
That sounds fun.
Safety dance?
Safety dance live? Dude, I have had one of their greatest hits albums, and I know 6 or 7 of their songs. I know some of their songs. I don't
know any other songs.
Pop Goes the World. You don't know Pop Goes the World?
If I heard it. Pulse is
living
away,
in China.
so.
A lot of people that are living in China. Yeah. Antarctica. That's
God
song.
damn it. Now I have to
Pop
listen
Goes
to
the
Everybody
World.
Dies, or what was it called?
All the people that are living in China.
All right, I will look up that song and listen to it at work tomorrow.
China. Yeah. Men Without Hats. Living in China.
I was hoping you would have said Men at Work. Or at least the guy from Men at Work who comes to the Kent stage all the time. I forget the lead singer's name. Oh, fuck, man.
All the people that are living in China.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want to hear about them peoples.
Oh,
good. I'm glad. Oh, Tim, here's a thing.
All right.
Tim.
Questions? Yes.
I'm going to tell you something sad that's StreamYard related. So StreamYard added a thing prior to us leaving that we never really got to use. And I'm going to make you regret the fact we're on StreamYard by doing well, I mean, I may or may not have put something in already.
I'm leaving to the Father. I will say, only him know how we get through every day.
What?
Hold on. This is Gavin McGinnis singing Buju Banton.
I'm leaving to the Father. I will say, only him know how we get through every day.
Sounds so racist.
It's not, though. That's the thing. I came up with it.
If it was Gavin McGinnis, it was racist.
No, he actually.
No, he's a racist. He's a racist.
He's a racist. Context to my Lord and Savior. All right.
Oh, jeez. Let me call some of our comic friends to watch this. Get on right now. Start commenting.
Oh no, you don't do that. Willis. Don't you do that?
I'm calling Willis.
It's already on video. Don't do it.
Oh.
But no, he was talking. Him and Anthony were talking about what do you call it? Doing. Gavin was like, I want to do karaoke deep cuts, like Buju Banton till Shiloh, and then he just like immediately started singing this part.
I'm leaving to the Father. I will say, only him know how we get through every day.
Okay. And so
what
we have
added. What'd you do?
What?
What did you do?
I added this.
Okay. Is it like a board?
We have a soundboard now on the show.
How do you put things into it?
It will be well, you go to add music.
Okay.
And once that happens, we have soundboards. So if you have anybody watching the show, if you have a funny clip you want to hear on the show, we will use it, give it a shout out. We'll even label it on our thing so we know who to shout out. So if you want to scour the internet for dumb, stupid clips,
I would very much like Down Goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
I'm really thinking about that, because if we ever have like a Corey Anderson fight or anybody named Anderson in the UFC and they lose, that would be a good soundbite. That would be a good example of a
anytime
soundbite.
I have a better point than Ray. Down goes Anderson.
Yeah, that would be a good one. So we're gonna start using a lot more sound effects on the show.
The Price is Right sound, please. I would also like. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that.
Can we discuss that going, oh yeah, one of those?
I kind of want to have one of him saying, "Are you ready?"
I like that too.
Do you know that?
What if if we start talking about what's going to happen for this fighter in the future? What if? Yeah.
That would actually, to be honest with you, that would be a good speculation segment on the show. What if? And it's like a video of just what if, and then it just comes right to us.
I like it. I'm down for it.
But no, yeah, I've also, by the way, been listening to Are You Ready? Just for the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Can that
3.
be can that be our countdown?
Fuck. Yeah, now it has to happen.
Or well, if we don't want to copyright, I'll just sing it.
Okay.
It counts down from 20, then when it gets to 10, it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Like it's counting per second until it gets to 10, and then it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damn it! Now I have to make it. Countdown to the changing life horror.
Countdown to Pro Plata Tuesday has come. Something like that.
Damn you, Tim! Fuck you for having a good idea.
Dude,
like now you have to record that.
This show would have a lot less good ideas without me. I'm gonna say it. It's true. I'm the idea guy. Ray has some too. He does. I'm not like I say he doesn't. He does. But I'm just saying. Also, I'm being an ass. But
I know you are.
But
so yeah, now we have that ability on the show is to actually have a soundboard to be able to do stuff on the show.
There you go, Pulse. More toys for you to play with.
Well, no, I was about to say, I told Pulse, just send me a bunch of shit that he wants like in 5 to 10 second increments. And
6 months, dude, he's going to be playing this. He's going to be like a master of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all from Cleveland, you haven't discussed Jake Paul yet. Oh, we haven't. Hey.
I don't care.
Pulse, did you hear about who's going to fight Jake Paul next?
No.
Jose Ramirez. Down goes Paul.
I mean, he does have a great right hand. I think he could put. I think
Cleveland guys.
Paul.
However, even though Jake Paul's originally from Cleveland, like they had that fight.
Avon, he's 30 minutes outside the city.
Ramirez versus Paul in Cleveland. He would make that alive.
Quicken Loans Arena.
Yes.
All for it.
I wanted to ask
I'm becoming more and more of a Jake Paul fan with after watching The Untold, I'm like, I see what he's doing, and there's nothing wrong at all with what he's doing. Nothing. Not even a little bit.
I'm tired of the guy, to be honest with you. But no, I was gonna ask you, what are y'all thoughts on
he's carrying other boxers with him. Sorry, go ahead.
What are your thoughts on Quicken Loans Arena? Is it
not bad?
Way better. Ever since the 90s. I mean, that place has
the Gund Arena. What? I got a cream for that.
Huh?
I got a cream for that for the Gund Arena.
Is it the same arena? They just renamed it?
Yes.
Yeah, renamed it,
and now
renovated it.
Now it's the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Well, I remember hearing what's the guy's name that owns the Cavs?
Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert.
Dan Gilbert. So I heard he had granted LeBron access to a secret elevator.
Maybe.
Probably.
So his friends could go up to the skybox or whatever. And the moment the decision was read, because you remember how much he hated that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but again, it's like Dana losing fucking, somebody like Francis.
Yeah.
He's nothing. He's never nobody's going to be allowed in UFC fucking access and all that shit. And then once Francis retires, it's going to be fine. That's what LeBron's family is going to get.
Right. Listen, rich people aren't used to not getting what they want. So when it happens, they have fits. And then maybe later
Look
they'll
at
be
Trump.
like, okay,
he turned it into a presidency.
Sure.
He turned a fit into a presidency.
Then he turned it into a conspiracy.
He again didn't start anything on January 6th, so that's going to be flimsy.
Oh, he's not going to get charged. He's not going to get convicted or anything.
No, because everything's going to go to the Supreme Court, and he's going to be absolved of everything.
Yeah, right.
Everything's going to the Supreme Court.
Like, not only is he not culpable, but he gets a medal. What?
He gets to be president again. Screw you, Joe Biden.
Anyway, I loved it that you did in that voice. What are you gonna say? Oh, it's a.
I know what audience I'm.
It's a good arena. Is that the question? Like, it's a good arena.
Yeah, no, it's a good arena.
Pretty good arena. The three venues, in my opinion, the three Progressive's my favorite. Romo Fijo's pretty solid, but the Brown Stadium's kind of garbage. It's not
Brown
great.
Stadium's fucking awful.
I mean, it's not. Just, I mean, it's better than Municipal, but it's not. You know, it's. But
I'd rather have Municipal, dude. At least there'd be space.
Which one is older?
Municipal was. Cleveland Brown Stadium is built on the same land as Municipal Stadium.
Are you talking about the three stadiums now?
Yeah, like, is that the same one that Jim Brown played in?
No, that was Municipal.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Municipal Stadium.
Was it built?
And it's still here today.
Yeah, it was built in the 40s. During
no, Municipal's gone. No, Municipal's gone.
Municipal's completely gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
that's where
Indians
actually
and
Brown
used to
Stadium
play both.
rests.
Right. Yeah.
Is on Pulse. I'll give you a good story. You'll laugh at this.
Well,
hold on. I want to tell Pulse this story because he'll find it funny.
That's fine.
So when Superstorm Sandy happened, and like Cleveland was affected and all this shit,
Don Jameson's house,
a bunch of people's fucking houses, man.
Mm-hmm. He just bought that house, dude.
I know.
It's like 6 months or something.
Bricks from the original Municipal Stadium that were just tossed in the lake, washed up on shore.
That's so clear.
Yeah, that's the most Cleveland shit I've ever heard. They just pushed it into the lake and said, fuck it. And years later, during a fucking massive just superstorm hitting the East Coast and the eastern part of the Midwest, fucking bricks from an old stadium washed up on shore, and people ran to go grab some to like hold on for the rest of their lives because it was Municipal Stadium fucking brick. I mean, that's gold in this town. People will pay hot dollar for that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know, they said here in town, they're talking about turning the Astrodome into a hotel or some shit, and I'm like, because
no.
It's kind of dilapidated now, but I mean,
how much is left? Like half of it? Why they keep it up? Oh,
it's the original Dome Stadium. It was the first of its kind.
Also, it's all concrete, right? So it's kind of like it's a architectural marvel, right? That's why they haven't knocked it down, is because it's nothing like it in the world.
What I think they should do is, because across the street, I'm sure Ray knows, there was a theme park called Astro World, which is no longer there. I think that they should hollow out the Astrodome and turn it into a giant theme park. Because it's right next to Reliant.
The IX Center.
Yeah.
IX Indoor Amusement Park.
Pulse doesn't get it. Pulse, you have no idea how kind of right you are for that to be a thing. Because up here, there's a former military factory, and like I think a Ford factory or Chevy factory at one point, that was an indoor amusement park for like 3 months out of the year, like the winter time.
Did you ever go? I never went.
I did, a couple times.
Well, I mean, as far as the Astrodome, like this was like historic events happened there. Like,
Battle of the Sexes, man.
They're talking about imploding it. I guess people don't realize the Battle of the Sexes was there. With
just said, see, Ray shushed me for saying it, and
because you used the woke thing, and I was hoping he'd be like, Selena sold it out this many times.
That's true. That's true.
That's a true historic event.
The fight between Muhammad Ali and I forget the guy's name, but he kept on calling him Cassius Clay, and it became a famous fight where he called him.
Hold on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wait,
that happened in the Astrodome.
Wasn't it also where UCLA streak got broke by Notre Dame? Wasn't it in the Astrodome as well?
I have to look that up, but I'm saying a lot of historic events. Nolan Ryan's last game, I think, was there. I mean, it was a lot of historical events.
If it was anything else, it would have been knocked down a long time ago. The fact that it's even still there is crazy. Because usually when there's a new stadium, they just knock the old one down and make it a parking lot. But the fact that it's still there, people have been fighting for it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually like quit my job and chain myself to the Astrodome if I could. Like,
okay, I know Ray will appreciate this. I know Ray will appreciate this.
Fuck yeah.
When Shane McMahon from one turnbuckle to the other, when he kicked the trash can at one of the WrestleManias, I forget.
WrestleMania 17.
Yes, was in the Astrodome. They cannot tear this thing down. I know that people are petitioning for it because I think they found asbestos in it, but still, they can clear that shit out. They like.
I have the list of fights, and there's a lot of fights here, by the way, of Muhammad Ali fighting in the Astrodome. November 14th, 1966, Cleveland Williams.
Yes.
So he TKO'd him in the third round to retain the title. 67, February, Ernie Teller won in 15 rounds.
That's the What's My Name fight where he's punching him. What's my name, motherfucker? Yes.
Jimmy Ellis in July of 71, 4 years later. And then fucking he just says, you know what, dude? Fuck it. I'm going to do it in 1971 again. And went 12 rounds with Buster Mathis. Like, fuck, man. You want to talk about like the Astrodome, besides the fucking concerts that were there during the rodeo.
Oh man,
some of those fucking concerts. I remember even as I'll still never forget Reba McEntire coming out in an old ass taxi and opening with fucking Fancy at the Houston Astrodome, and I'm like 6.
Bro, right? I see so many concerts there. I saw Beyonce there. I saw what was her name? She had that song called Blue. Country musician. I forget her name. What was her name? It was called Blue. A song called Blue.
Oh God.
Married to some actor now. She was a big deal.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. LeAnn Rimes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was wrong about the
so many concerts at the Astrodome, man. It's like if they tear it down, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be pissed off, man.
Pulse, I will pay you in increments of $100, $1,000. If you were to break into the construction site, if they tore the Astrodome down, I want picture evidence of what pillar it came off of.
That's the other thing. AstroTurf, that came from the Astrodome.
Well, that would double your price. I would give you $200 until it's $2,000 to get one, you out of jail, and two, to pay for I will pay the shipping to fucking have a piece of that AstroTurf.
This chunk of, well, the AstroTurf's gone. It's not there anymore. But like concrete, though.
To have a concrete piece of the Astrodome with the picture of the person having it in front of them. Like, this is the guy that got it for me. It's dated, every single fucking thing. I would be a billionaire in a hot minute once that fucking shit went online.
Oh, man.
I'd
move you up here so we'd buy a studio. Like,
do they do anything in it now?
No.
Did they even let people inside of it?
Well, they used to do tours of it, but now because it's right next to where the Texans play, where I guess stadium.
And isn't like part of it gone already?
I don't think so, but I just know that they're saying it's like.
This sounds like the Rubber Bowl to me, man. It's gonna sit there condemned, and eventually they'll rip it out.
Shut your mouth.
They can't, man. They just.
But again, Pulse, jump that fence if it does happen. You jump that construction fence, and I will give you $2,000 in $200 increments for as long as I can for a piece of that fucking stadium.
I would do it, man. It's the 8th wonder of the world. It's the first dome stadium before the Toronto Dome, before the Georgia Dome.
Right, and plus it's also like I said, it was made entirely out of concrete, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that's ever been so it's the 8th wonder of the world.
Yeah,
that's
Sandy.
Why
bro.
they haven't knocked it down is because it's essential. It's a marvel in architecture. So
or not Sandy. What was the hurricane? Why can't I remember?
Hurricane Harvey.
What year was it erected?
Like
Fun word.
70s, I think.
Yeah,
because they had to put in that batter's eye, right? Like that was the thing. They put in like a dark spot in the dome so people like the glare wouldn't be like shit.
I was at the game, Nolan Ryan's last game that he ever pitched. Man, and he's playing for the Rangers at the time. But even though he was playing for the Rangers, everybody in there just gave him a standing ovation. I remember him walking out to the mound, and he took his time too, man, because he's like
fuck
46.
yeah.
Do you know what holds the attendance record at the Astrodome?
It's like some Hispanic band, right?
What's your guess there, Pulse?
The attendance record?
Yeah. What event?
I would have thought one of the WrestleManias that was there. I would have guessed.
No, it's one of the rodeos.
It's WrestleMania 7.
No, it's not.
67,925.
Oh, wait, never mind. No, I'm thinking of the rodeo record. Rodeo record was held by Nicki Minaj for like a day, and then all the Hispanic population in Houston said, fuck this bitch. We're gonna see. I forget what fucking band it was, but it was like a Latin pop band. And they sold it out.
Lost Lonely Boys?
No, even like newer than Lost Lonely Boys. Although that probably gets like at least 70 or how much can they did the
How good of a song is How Far Is Heaven, by the way? That's a great tune.
Song.
I haven't heard that song in a while, but man, I want to like before it gets cold, I want to bump that in the car with the windows down.
Whoa. Now I have to address something. Pulse put in the chat.
That's their only hit though, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Spawn was okay. Spawn was okay, Pulse.
I mean, okay, see, and so that's why remember earlier when I brought up Andrew Tate. Doesn't his life?
I haven't given my opinion on Andrew Tate.
Doesn't he seem like a character?
Rather talk about the Astrodome.
He seems like a character in a Michael Jai White movie. He's a kickboxer and a pimp. You know?
Well, Cam Girl. There's legality.
I heard he was holding them against their will and making them.
You can only believe so much.
Pulse, going back to, I don't know what kind of research would need to be done, but there's probably someone who's on top of the committee or something that keeps someone who's up top that's pushing hard for the Astrodome to stay where it is. Someone who's very pro Astrodome. I don't know, maybe some committee or something. I want them on the show. Now that we're talking about the Astrodome, I want to learn about it because it is historical.
At one point, they were talking about imploding it, and I remember there were like people in the city were like, "Fuck that, we will riot."
Yeah. Well, who is the foremost expert now on the Astrodome? That's who I would like to have that person.
Pulse, that is an assignment for you to get an Astrodome historian. Legitimate Astrodome historian.
Say, not like Ricky down the block who's been to every show since like '68.
Not my father put in the cornerstone at one point or laid the first fucking thing.
Well, there's probably someone who is top of the push for that not to go anywhere, and I want to talk to that person.
Yeah, research that person, and we need historians. Even like somebody from the Houston or the Houston Historical Museum. I don't care. I want somebody.
Like I wouldn't even like my idea is to renovate it and make it into an indoor theme park. But even if they turned it into a parking lot, that's fine as long as I just don't want them to blow it up. Just don't blow it up.
Okay.
That's fine.
Make it a garage.
If need be for extra parking for the Texans games, you know what I'm saying?
Just drive into where the field was. Why not?
Is there a
have it leveled up? Like you can drive levels. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a problem downtown? Is like during the season for Texans games is parking?
Oh well, I mean, just in the city, I've heard that we're second behind LA as far as traffic. So
fuck, man.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst traffic I have driven in is Houston for sure.
Yeah, I was too young, sadly. That's why I wish I was a little older.
We were talking about the weird coincidence that like Ray in his youth lived in Houston and me in my early 20s also lived in Houston. Isn't that a weird coincidence?
Well, it brought us together,
Isn't
Tim.
that weird?
To be the greatest podcast duo that doesn't talk about MMA fights. But yet our podcast is named after an MMA move.
I love it though. I love that we just, I don't like. Recently I was getting burnt out on fights, man. So, and I watched the fights this weekend. They were good, but so I just, if we only talked about fights that we would have been done a long time ago.
Probably. Yeah. It's bro plata. It's bullshit mixed with MMA.
But at the same time, we needed something, some kind of theme to get us started. Cause I didn't want to just do it. Let's just do a nonsense podcast about nothing.
Yeah.
Come on. And we do talk about the fights. We talk about the important shit.
And by the way, Tim, guess where I was near today?
Cleveland?
Strong Style MMA.
The new
Did not
one?
stop in. No, the old one.
Okay.
The one that's still there. But I do think we should do an interview with the owner.
Marinette, what's his name?
Yeah, and do like a what do you call it? A B-roll of like the gym itself, what it looks like, all that kind of stuff, new facility, and do an interview with him. I think that would be in the new facility. I think being the first people to see it and, kind of talk about it, I think we'd do good.
Let's get a hold of Jess.
I will.
She's our girl now.
But definitely want to go to when they move over. But right now, people are still going to the old building and there's still a lot of traffic or a lot of cars.
They probably
or parking lot, which is great.
They probably would wait to move until Stipe's done fighting, right? I mean, he's don't want to like mess him up with. That's not a big deal, I guess. But what do like break in a building when you're training someone to fight the greatest fighter of all time? What's the day for that again? November?
No, November something. Do you know it, Pulse?
Yeah, no, you're right. November.
It's like November 14th or something. November 12th, I think.
Tickets go on sale for that yet?
Some Saturday in November.
I can't buy one. I'm just curious.
Oh, God. You imagine the tickets for that being the heavyweight championship of the world?
Well,
and the two greatest
probably the same, probably
fighters.
The same. The cheapest would probably be about the same as it was in Vegas, 400, I would assume.
I'm going to say 6. Like
well, you forget that we also
like
saw the heavyweight championship.
I know, but it was John Jones that made that price go up.
November 11th, Saturday,
November 11th.
UFC 295.
Okay.
That's one of those things that make me feel really shitty that I'm poor. Every once in a while, I get pissed about it, and that's one.
$50 for that fight. You need to watch that fucking.
Oh no, that I'm talking about being able to go.
Oh, and yeah, I want to. Would I want to see it? Fuck yes. Don't get me wrong, but like pay-per-view
also
will be better because it's more dramatic. You got the commentary and all that shit.
I want to go to New York just for a fight. Well, we wouldn't though. We do other shit, but like
next goal, DONOS down below. Send us to New York.
Yeah, dude. Someone already bought us $200 in fucking baseball tickets.
We can stay on couches. It doesn't.
True.
Like Kevin Downey would guaranteed put us both up and be like, babies.
Also,
would you like to see.
Also on 295 is I think Khamzat versus Costa. So
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't super excited about this upcoming one, but Cody Garbrandt's fighting, so I got to scratch the fucking.
But it's Rafael dos Anjos versus fucking Vicente Luque, bro. Like this.
No, I'm talking about the pay-per-view.
Oh, Cody's fighting again.
He's fighting Mario Batista, who he's being used as a stepping stone. So he's got to, really prove that he's not that guy.
Oh, the next one is Aljo versus O'Malley, right?
Yes. Which
I'm absolutely
so much
100% behind O'Malley.
Nah.
I am behind Sean O'Malley. Win, lose, or draw. He made it to where I hope he would be as a fighter. He's had so many weird moments in MMA, like the getting the wind from his back, and for him to be at a title contention finally, I'm happy for him. Win, lose, or draw. You finally got your big check, man. Like that's the check you deserve.
Talked your way to a title.
No, he fought his way to a title. He beat Piotr Jan. It's okay.
No.
Well, I mean, on paper, he did. You watch the fight, you might think differently.
I agree. He did not beat Piotr Jan.
He talked his way to that decision, maybe. Yeah.
But no, I wanted Sean O'Malley to be in a title contention. Will I care if he ever gets back there? No.
Sorry. You know who else wanted it? The UFC.
Yeah.
And they made sure it would happen.
And Tim, I need to say, I'm really good at booking MMA. And
are you?
Yeah, because I called Sean O'Malley's greatness.
When we start the Bro Plata Fighting Championship, the BBPFC.
BBPFC.
It's true. And we
what were we gonna call it? Something Spartan like?
Conquest
MMA. Yeah. I feel like that's already an MMA organization.
It's somewhere. Not. I've looked it up a lot. I've looked it up many times. Yeah, because I think when they were looking for names for Cage Thunder, like Scott Corbin crowdsourced it, and even said he's like something that represents the what it takes or the journey. What represents the journey of being an amateur to becoming a pro. That's what he said in his Facebook post. And I put Conquest, and he put ha. Like, that was the fucking perfect answer to your question, to what you wanted. Anyway, Conquest MMA, fucking amazing name.
Grand Prix tournaments once a year just to keep up with the gimmick.
Yes.
The Conquest Grand Prix. We just do different
weight
classes every year.
Pillow fight style. We're doing 90-second fights.
No.
In phone booths.
No, in Pintos. I think a Pinto would be better.
Sure.
That'd be more in our budget.
In the cab of a Ford F-150. Just in the cab, first one
That's
to fall out.
That's a lot of room, son.
First one to fall out. Or the bed of one.
The bed of an F-150, now you have a fight.
Yeah, the bed of one, first one to fall out. Actually, I want to see that.
Could we call? What was the name of that Cincinnati player that fell out of a truck?
Oh, the wide receiver.
The guy who.
09.
Chris Henry.
Chris Henry.
I think. Do you have news stories for us?
Yes. Have you heard? Should I cue it up?
Word is the word. Yes. Let's pull it up.
Okay.
Are you ready?
A fight just got.
Pulse News.
Hold on, we gotta count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Dude, every time I go back and listen to a Creed song I haven't listened to in a while, I'm like, this is such a banger. How anyone talks shit about that band is beyond me.
They're just jealous, man. They're jealous.
And again, I have to say, I don't know about Ray, but me, 0% irony, and I'm not I think Creed's a fucking great band.
See, here's the thing about Scott, and what makes
Scott
me love
also is funny, but the reason we make fun of him, and he has some mental health issues.
He never
phones anything in.
The beatings that he would take as a child, like what he talked about on Theo Von's podcast,
which was a great interview,
made me love him because it was like one of those real moments. That is not it.
What's up, everybody? UFC President Dana White here.
This is for 293.
UFC 293 is in Sydney, Australia on Saturday, September 9th. The main event, Israel Adesanya defends his middleweight title against 5th-ranked Sean Strickland. This will be Adesanya's 11th consecutive UFC title fight. What I love about Israel, he's always ready to take on the best in the world, anyone, anytime. And Strickland is an absolute maniac who doesn't back down from anyone. This will be a great fight.
Wouldn't
the
be
co-main event is tied to Avasa versus Alexander Volkov. Top 10 heavyweights. Both of these guys have insane power. There will be no judges needed for this fight. Also on the card, Kai Kara France faces Manel Kape in a matchup of top flyweight contenders. Plus, we've rebooked Justin Taffa versus Austin Lane. These two heavyweights faced each other on June 24th, and it was a great fight for about 30 seconds before Lane accidentally eye-poked Taffa, resulting in a no contest. These two wanted a rematch to finish what they started, and we're giving it to them. We haven't been back to Sydney in 6 years. It's one of the greatest cities in the world. UFC 293, Adesanya versus Strickland on Saturday, September 9th. Tickets on sale now, so make your plans today, and I will see you at the fights.
Does he not know, like, microphones exist? I mean,
it's the Meniere's, man. I'm going to tell you right now, it's the Meniere's disease.
Oh, maybe. I thought
no, it's the Meniere's disease.
It's Veneers. I'm like, Veneers bucket list, bro.
No, I think he already has Veneers.
Probably, dude. If I had the money, I'd have him right now.
But no, it's definitely the Meniere's disease. Like,
maybe
because he can't hear in one ear. It's like,
but he does press conferences half normal.
No, he doesn't. There are times where he actually has to be like, what's he saying? If you watch the full like press conferences. Like, he actually has to put his hand. Like, I'll never forget having. This was the one time I missed out on bonding with a celebrity that I really wanted to. Was when I was at Buffalo. I was seeing Shauna, but also kind of talking to my ex-girlfriend. And Shauna has Meniere's disease. She was born with it. Well, not born with it, but she developed it over time. And I wish I would have dropped. I know a girl who I impressed because you have Meniere's disease, and I knew what it was because of you talking about it on Rogan when he talked about getting hit in the ear so much it developed that Meniere's disease. That was sort of a bonding moment with Sean at one point because I'm like, I fucking know what that is.
You know what? I would make fun of you, but I think if I ever like ran into former U.S. Goalie, one of the best at one point, one of the best goalies in the world, Tim Howard, I'd be like, I have Tourette's too, Tim Howard.
Yeah, but it would have been a great celebrity bonding moment. Like, thank you for getting me a chick that I like.
What do you got there, Ray?
Jack Daniels.
Okay, not bad. I do Jack Daniels if I can't get Jim Beam. I'll do a Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
honestly probably the better alcohol, but I like bourbon. But this is just not the best.
I don't do
Watershed makes us a good bourbon.
Sorry. Real quick, I don't want really good seats for anything. Like, I'll pay the cheapest for like just being in a place, right?
Again, your brain tells you, has this thing with your brain that your brain tells you that the shit you can afford is what you want. It's amazing, or shit you can get is what you prefer. It's. I'm actually really impressed by it. It happens in a way like you don't even believe it's true. That's how fucking subtle it is.
But like my alcohol, if it's not like $15 or more, I won't buy it.
Oh, dude, you don't want fucking.
I want top shelf alcohol, but
every
like
once in a while. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, obviously.
No, I'll say every once in a while.
Like going to an Indians game or a Guardians game or a Pirates game, I'll get like a $14 seat. I don't give a shit.
Oh, no, you talk alcohol. Yeah, no, I understand. But sometimes with that cheap alcohol, it is literally the same thing because they buy it from the same company as other places.
Yeah.
I was trying to find out like a list. They like bury that shit though. I was trying to look up like what, like my dad's like, dude, Evan Williams pretty much the same as Jim Beam. I'm like, is it really though? And I think it may be. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy Evan Williams though. I will be right back. I have to pee.
All right. Okay. Although the one thing I will not buy ever is gas station vodka.
Kamchatka.
Ever again.
Kamchatka.
Oh, I have a bottle next
Did you-
to me right now.
Of Kamchatka?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Dude, I grew up on Kamchatka. I think we all did. Kamchatka and orange juice is how I learned to drink.
Actually, I do not.
No?
No.
You have Kamchatka down there, Pulse?
Kamchatka?
Kamchatka? It's
a
just a
shitty
cheap-
vodka.
Yeah, it's shitty vodka.
Like it's like $5 for like a jug.
No, but we have.
Well, Tito's was your thing, right? Because Tito's was like the cheap one back, wasn't it? Because it was so local.
No, yeah, it is a local vodka, but we have. There's a brand called Ivanovich. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't know. That sounds amazing, huh?
Pretty
Is
good.
it just is the bottle a chick or the logo just a chick bending over?
No, that would be fitting, but let me see right quick if I have.
Yeah, we have like Kamchatka. We have shit. What's the other stuff? Orlov. Have you ever heard of Orlov vodka?
No, but I know y'all drink tequila. Have y'all ever had Hornitos?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan of tequila in general. Like, tequila to me is just. You've seen my reaction. You can go watch it on YouTube Shorts of me doing shots of tequila. Yeah, I have no, I do not. I used to have an empty bottle of it somewhere. I did it for tequila Quences one year. Was Horritos. And it's yeah, man. I don't know. I'm a whiskey guy. I like whiskey. I like to get fucked up on whiskey. When I do, it's like, hell yeah. Plus, with what's going on in my life, driving wise, the fact that I drink as much as I do is a good thing because it keeps me off the streets for a little while.
But here's the gold standard.
What's that? Grey Goose?
Grey Goose, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something about vodka.
Or Belvedere.
My favorite vodkas are like Sky. I like Sky vodka. It's like $20 up here for like a slim bottle. How much would a Sky vodka be like down by you?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
And then I'm trying to think. There's another vodka I like.
Sevka is what my mother drinks.
Sevka? I've never even heard of Sevka.
Have you, Pauls?
Yes, Svedka, yeah.
Yeah, she drinks that. She used to drink Tito's when she went to that because it was cheaper. It's not bad.
Okay.
I prefer Tito's.
What I'm burnt out on is Smirnoff. If I never drink it again, that'll be true.
Sounds like me and Jaeger.
Jaeger.
I've never tried Jaeger, but people make it.
Really?
I'm not to sound racist, but white people make it sound like fucking delicious, man.
So many white people like fucking Jaeger. I don't get it.
I can see
not
you.
Get it.
It tastes like black licorice. If you like black licorice,
they're like, yeah, some fucking Jaeger, man, with the deer on it. And I'm like, okay, I've been meaning to try it one day, so I'm gonna try.
Oh
it.
God,
bad.
make sure you're in a locked room. Make
tastes
sure
a lot
you're in a
different.
locked room where nobody's around you after you drink some Jägermeister.
It tastes a lot different than probably just about any other liquor you had. It definitely has its own distinct taste. It definitely doesn't taste. I don't know how else to explain it. It definitely doesn't taste like a bourbon or a whiskey because it's not, but it's its own thing, and it's.
I wake up still to this day tasting Jägermeister. Like it, the one time I went overboard on Jaeger, I ended up in my underwear calling an ex-girlfriend from high school. I was such a sad little boy.
You
But
said it tastes like licorice. You said.
Yeah, black licorice. Yeah.
So do you drink it straight, or you chase it, or you mix it? You like?
I mean, I've only ever had it either straight or with Monster, man, or Red Bull. Jaeger Bomb, Red Bull.
Yeah,
right?
Jaeger
Yeah,
Bomb.
that's what they call it, Jaeger bombs. What are those?
Red Bull.
Red Bull and
Jaeger.
Red Bull and Jaeger. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's weird, like it's thick too. It's like syrup. It's a weird alcohol, man.
See, the problem like with Jaeger bombs is last time I tried Jaeger bombs was what was that New Year's Day card UFC ran in like 2010, 2011. Do you guys remember that?
Hold
on.
Edgar Maynard?
Maybe UFC
I think that was a New Year's Day card.
New Year's card. I
think one of the Edgar Maynards was. I could be wrong though.
New Year's Eve show main event: George St. Pierre versus BJ Penn. Okay, and that might have been the one, but I got so fucked up on Jaeger bombs that I called a woman who probably had cancer at the time at a gas station, sir. I was an animal on Jaeger bombs. It was bad. It was really bad. Like I got refused service for alcohol. It was
that's a weird because no one like just like has a nice Jaeger on ice and sips it like you do bourbon or whiskey. Like no one does that with Jaeger. You drink Jaeger to get fucked up.
Yeah, that's an emotional problem. Alcohol, yeah, like that's PTSD in a bottle.
That's such a weird.
Okay, what about rum? Do y'all like rum?
Yeah, I'll fuck with some rum.
Alan loves rum. He's a big guy.
That's probably my favorite right about now. Like
I get out of a rum kick. Nice rum and Coke, man. I haven't had one of those. Yeah.
Have you ever had rum chata?
I think so.
I've heard of, but I've never had.
That's my favorite right now.
Sailor Jerry. That's not a bad one either.
Sailor Jerry's a dope one. I like Sailor Jerry.
Have you ever had a brand called? Oh yeah, y'all were talking about earlier, Kraken.
I've heard of.
No, we were talking about the Kraken, the tool, the beer cracker thing. But I also have had Kraken, yes.
I've never had Kraken.
Octopus on the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, I know the brand, but I've never had it.
Yeah, the only time I ever had it was out of some random girl's boobs. That was years ago. And
that's a statement I never thought would come out of Tim Danko's lips ever.
I was like 21 probably, and I was like at a college party, and like it's like, hey, we found this in the bathroom. half a bottle of crack, and she's like, hey, what's this shot? I'm like, well, when in Rome, or in this case, when in Akron.
Pulse will get this. The only time I've ever gotten like super emotional about alcohol in my entire life was the pro wrestler, the Sandman, came to Cleveland for a show at Now That's Class in Cleveland. And one of his gimmicks was to go through the audience and pour beer down people's like mouths and shit. Like you watched him open the can and he would do it high enough where it wasn't like COVID unfriendly. But I actually like got a beer bath from the Sandman at this show, and I cried for like maybe 5 minutes. Like I couldn't believe I had just.
I remember in ECW, he used to do this thing where he would light a cigarette and inhale the whole thing in one like he would like you just see the ember burning from the whole thing.
He would smoke an entire cigarette on the way to the fucking ring.
Paul, did you see last week when I said that I watched a bunch of the Dark Side of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, you did see that?
Uh-huh.
My favorite one probably. Well, number one, the Brawl for All is hilarious because it's such like
they gotta bring that back, bro. They gotta bring that back to compete with the UFC.
They would never bring it back. That was a terrible idea to begin with.
That was great, man. I love to this day.
Vince Russo, the greatest idea man in the history of the sport.
Pulse, you're losing points with me right now.
Butterbean knocking the shit out of that guy, Bart Gunn. That was the greatest thing ever because apparently he was going around backstage thinking he was king shit because he was the top guy and he was like talking shit to every other wrestler.
He ruined their plans because they told him to fight for real and he's like, "You sure?"
Oh, that was.
They're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Okay," and he beat everybody. So
And then Butterbean knocking him the fuck out. And then they had Vinny Panziana, I think his name is Vinny Paz, the boxer who was refereeing the thing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was beautiful, man. That was
the only WrestleMania we ever got when I was a kid. We got that one because I think my stepdad wanted to see Butterbean fight, so we got it. It was the only one. I don't remember. The Rock was on that, wasn't he?
Yeah, Rock versus Stone Cold.
Okay. So I saw that, and I saw that. Yeah, that's the only WrestleMania I ever saw.
Well, people.
That's when I was into wrestling. That was my peak of being into wrestling. Anyway, keep going.
I just liked it because for years people would dog it because like this is fake fighting. I'm like, this is not fake. When Butterbean he legitimately knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah,
but Butterbean's lost like 200 pounds.
Yes, yeah. That's the thing. Like people who think, well, he's a big old fat dude. He can't fight shit. He not.
No, I mean like in the last like year or so, a couple years, he's lost 200. I think he may have had gastric bypass, but he's also doing DDP.
We want to have him on the show. Don't start rumors if we don't confirm.
No, he will tell us that. I'm assuming.
Oh, it's too bad he's not younger. He should fight Jake Paul. I would love that.
Butterbean still has some pop. Yeah, who is Jake Paul gonna fight next? Here's the thing, man.
KSI,
I just want to be a boxer.
I mean, KSI is the logical one for him because they've been shitting talking each other for so long.
I want him to fight
Logan. KSI.
I want Jake Paul to fight 57-year-old Mike Tyson.
Nah, I'm good.
Yes.
I want him to fight another guy who's like 7-1. That's what I want. Like I want that. I mean, find one with a big mouth. All you gotta do is find one with a big mouth. That's not hard, man. You know how many 7-1 boxers there are out there? Probably a lot.
If he's gonna box another MMA guy, then it should be Platinum Mike Perry.
Yas King. I want that.
Julian Lane, the Night Train.
Julian Lane.
Let me bang, bro.
Let me bang.
You see, Andrew posted the fight poster from when he was supposed to fight Lane 10 years ago.
I did.
That's a bummer, man, because I was so excited because that was that was after Tough, the first Tough, in between Toughs for Julian Lane. I was so excited for that fight, and Andrew, like the first time he got hurt, I was so pissed. Not pissed, I was disappointed. But I don't know. I mean, sure. Listen, Jake, he's a genius in that business. He really is.
He is.
So he'll find the right guy. I just really hope it's a boxer.
I do enjoy. Well, I mean,
not bad against Tommy Fury. He's not like at this point. Dude, he's not. He's a solid boxer. Is he going to win a world championship? Probably not. But he's not bad.
Yeah, but again, I think Tommy Fury deserves a lot more fights than he gets. To be honest, I mean, for outpointing Jake Paul the way he did, it makes him, at least a top 20 fucking contender.
Because Jake Paul doesn't suck. He doesn't actually suck.
Yeah, agreed. And he kept up with Tommy. It's just one of those things where
split decision, right?
Tommy outpointed him.
I don't know who's the guy to fight him, but I hope it's a boxer. I hope it's someone. Well, here's the thing: all boxers right now, and with a certain record, see an opportunity, and their opportunity is hype themselves up. Or go after Jake Paul so much that it becomes a fight people want to see. They have this giant opportunity, and I'm sure people are going for it. I mean, like almost any boxer with a certain, range of record, which it's a big range.
Yeah,
20-10. That's or like 8-4.
What makes me giggle too?
Anything.
What makes me giggle, and I don't think the WBC did this for Tommy, but they said if Jake would have beaten Tommy Fury, WBC would have actually ranked his ass. And I don't think Tommy's ranked in the WBC, which fucking blows. Because Tommy, again, the technical aspect and your fucking half brother is the greatest heavyweight fighter of his generation.
I mean, geez, of all time, if he beats Francis, yes, because he just proves how good the fuck he is against anyone that wants to go up against him. I mean, who's the other the guy, old heavyweight who was undefeated? Rocky.
Marciano.
Right. So those
And
are the two guys who no one could beat. Right. So it's like those two.
And Tyson's defended the lineal heavyweight championship more than pretty much anybody, I think.
He has this like perfect heavyweight body, and he's actually this amazing
his movement,
technical boxer. It's like
his movement is.
Dude, I think that guy would be a champion if he was half that size at a different weight class. I mean, that's just how. Yeah, it's not just because it's big.
He's 6'9" and he moves the way he does. Like, it's fucking incomprehensible. And I was watching a couple weeks or last week. I was watching while I was taking a break at work. What do you call it? A highlight video of Tyson when he was fighting like Otto Wallin and all those guys.
Nicola Fierta.
Yeah, the Nicola Fierta fight where he fucking just every single punch just
that fight was so
off
weird.
the chest.
I still think he would have won the fight. Fury would have won but it was such a weird stoppage.
Well, I mean, he was beating him up pretty well towards the end anyway.
Towards the end, but the thing is, like, Fierta looked so good at the beginning. It was just so weird that it stopped like that.
I've got a question. Prime George Foreman versus current Tyson Fury. Who wins?
Hold on. You're talking which prime? First prime or second prime of Foreman?
Are we talking hip hip hooray? Or are we
talking? No, not 48-year-old Foreman. I'm talking about 1970s George Foreman.
Down goes Frazier, George Foreman.
Well, here's the thing. Fury would have been smart enough to rope-a-dope Foreman. I think he would have probably rope-a-dope Foreman easily. Would Fury, just based on how he rolls with them punches, bro.
Anyone ever could have.
They said Muhammad Ali after that fight in Africa. They said he couldn't sit down because
he got dizzy.
He pulverized his waist from getting rib roasted by Foreman. He said he felt like his insides had turned into mush.
Ow! Please do not put me down. My sides are hurting now.
He didn't sit down because he was afraid he couldn't stand back up. I don't know. Fuck. And I mean, you see how he got dropped maybe 4 or 5 times by Wilder. I feel like Foreman would have put him out.
No. Here's the thing. Fury with the body shots, if it would have been the same technique he was doing with Ali with the body shots, Fury would have been able to take it just because, one, he works on his body work constantly with the fucking medicine ball and all that shit, that he just numbs himself to that kind of fucking pain. And I love Tyson Fury as a possible Jewish or a Polish gypsy myself. I need somebody to look up to, and my king, oh my king. Plus he turned me on to Euro trash fucking techno, so I'm already a fan. But Tyson would have beat. I think Tyson would have beat Prime Foreman. Honestly, would he have gotten
Prime anyone?
Even Muhammad Ali, I think that would have gone at least a trilogy.
Would he have gotten dropped by Foreman?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give him a couple. But I think
Fury would have gotten back up.
Yeah, gotten back up, gotten himself back in, still won the round on just technique alone, bro. Like, I've never seen a heavyweight boxer like Tyson Fury in my life, and that's why I love him.
That Tyson Fury, as good as he is, his record is sort of padded. I mean, outside of Deontay Wilder, name another top boxer he's fought.
Vladimir Klitschko.
Okay,
we're unbeatable. The Klitschkos were unbeatable.
Yes, but by the time he fought Vlad, that was okay.
Well, they were still unbeatable until he beat him.
He got knocked out by Anthony Joshua like a few.
Well, that was after he faced Fury. I mean, his confidence was broken after Fury. Do you remember, Pulse? You'll probably remember the intros for that fight. Do you remember the intros? Tyson Fury walking out, no pomp and circumstance whatsoever. A green robe that says Gypsy K or Gypsy Prince on the back, coming out to Randy fucking Travis. And then Vladimir Klitschko gets the equivalent of a Hollywood blockbuster movie put on him. But my favorite part always will be of that video from the beginnings of the intros and everything is Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko looking at each other over the arena and all that kind of stuff when they're CGI'd in, and you just hear Tyson Fury go, "With the power of Jesus, I am unstoppable." And you're like, this is going to be the greatest fight I've ever watched in my life. It's perfect. But, fucking Klitschko was broken after that fight, though, man, because Tyson fucked him up for a lot of it. Threw him off his game, was unconventional. I mean, you saw Vladimir Klitschko, actually wince at times, going what the fuck am I? What am I dealing with?
He's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just I feel like he came into the sport at the right time. I don't think he would have survived the 1990s with all the killers that were running.
Fuck out of Lennox Lewis. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Hell no. Hell yeah.
No. I'm gonna defend Paul on this.
No.
But I'm gonna caveat.
Can you along with all those guys? I'm talking about Holyfield, Tyson, Riddick Bowe.
Holyfield, he would have fucked up just based on size.
Tyson never beat anybody tough.
6'9", 6'9" versus fucking 6'4", Evander Holyfield. It wouldn't have been a contest. But on the Lennox Lewis tip,
Bowe was 6'5".
Still, I mean, 4 inches in boxing is a lot, bro.
I was trying to piss him off because I knew he was probably talking about Lennox Lewis.
Crazy, no way.
But Lennox Lewis,
but I do think he beat Lennox Lewis, but it'd probably be a good fight.
It would be on points. I honestly think that would be how Tyson Fury wins that fight. They would be all 12 rounds.
I think he knocked Tyson
every
out.
single time. No, he wouldn't have knocked him out.
The 90s,
Lennox Lewis was too good.
You will agree, though. You will agree, though, as far as heavyweight boxing, the 1990s. I mean, guys even David Tua and
David Tua.
What's the guy's name that died of AIDS? He was in Rocky.
Oh, fuck, Tommy Gunn, but not Tommy Gunn. Morrison.
Tommy Morrison.
That heavyweight boxing had in the 90s. Ray Mercer, all of these guys. That was
fucking Ray Mercer, bro.
The greatest era ever.
Well,
I wouldn't say the greatest.
You'd have to go back
to boxing ever.
You have to go back
to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson alone made that.
But think about the 70s, man. You had Foreman, you had Ali, you had Frazier, you had Sugar Ray Leonard was in his was fucking people up. To me, the 70s is always going to be that era.
I mean, strictly heavyweight. Sugar Ray Leonard was great, but I'm just saying strictly heavyweight. We realized during the 90s, we saw a guy. What was the fight? Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, where the guy came through on a hang glider or something.
Fan man.
And then you know what I'm saying, people getting their ears bit off. I mean, that was the best ever. Mills Lane, that was the best ever.
Yeah, who was the guy?
I know we weren't around for it, but the James J. Braddocks, the Art Laskys, the Max Bears, the Joe Lewis,
but those guys,
those guys are amazing. That's amazing. I mean, the only thing we can see is half black and white, videos, but just the
those
era.
Cannot compete. James Braddock, even Joe Lewis.
Well, here's the thing: heavyweight boxing has almost always been awesome, except for when the Klitschko's ran. That's when it was boring as fuck.
2000s was the death of professional boxing.
Yeah. Other than that, it's been pretty sweet. Most of the time, it's pretty awesome.
And that's
going
the
back
sad
all the way
part.
through the Depression, like I said.
And that's the sad part, man, about professional boxing right now. If you look at the savages in at least the top 15, you're like, oh my fucking God. Ortiz, even though he lost to Wilder in the WBC match that he had with him for the title.
Max Baer was killing people back in the day, literally. Just saying that. Just putting that out there.
Wasn't he a soldier in Hitler's army?
Max Baer?
Yes.
No, he's Jewish, wasn't he?
Oh.
Yeah. Or no. Wait, are you talking about the guy that fought Joe Lewis?
Yeah, the guy that fought.
Yeah, he was a Nazi, bro. Max Baer was a Nazi. He fought on behalf of Germany or Nazi Germany.
Don't get me wrong.
Steve, what up, baby? The top dog in our chat. Sober Carl here too. Hey, buddy. But no, I mean, like, to me, also, you look at the 80s too for heavyweight boxers. It's fucking insane. Some of the shit that was going on. What was the guy that won the lineal title and then Tyson took it from him?
So I don't think you're talking about Bear, by the way.
Oh, Bruce. That's
Bear
another
was Jewish.
thing.
Bear was Jewish.
That's another thing about 90s boxing. Like the night that Tupac was shot.
We've seen that spot, me and Tim.
Pointed out by the Uber driver. just FYI. I wonder if he tells that to everybody.
Tupac got shot.
Like, you
That
seem
was
like you'd be
Pulse.
interested in this.
We're on our way to what were we on our way to? We were on our way to the weigh-ins. And our Uber driver immediately was like, "Yeah, this is the spot where Tupac got shot when we were in Vegas."
Isn't it the street called Flamingo?
I think so.
Yeah. It was just weird how he was like, "Yeah, that's where Tupac got shot." You're like, "Oh fuck, what?"
He's pulling out more murders, sir.
I thought you said you guys walked to the arena.
No, we walked back
to T-Mobile.
This is the day before. Yeah, this was going to.
We were
MGM
going.
Grand.
Yes, that was when
we were coming from Old Vegas too. So,
and how far was the hotel from the venue? Because I'm just wondering how much did the taxi cost? If
couple miles
from T-Mobile.
How far was the arena from our?
It was a mile. It was like a mile and a half because it took us about 25 minutes to walk back.
I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
How much was the fare?
Well, we took Ubers, so they were like $10, maybe 10, 12. Okay. Something like that, I believe. But yeah, the only time we didn't take an Uber was on the way back from T-Mobile because everyone was trying to get Ubers. So we just decided to walk, and it took like 25 minutes, half hour maybe.
I'm gonna make it out to Vegas one of these days, man. I'm telling you, I gotta.
Dude, I wish I could go more. Because I had a blast. It was fun as fuck. It was great.
Not even like y'all didn't go to any of the casinos. You didn't.
Yeah, no. I gambled. Like I gambled a good bit. It didn't go great. Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, we stayed at the Horseshoe, so I gambled there. We also the Cromwell. I gambled the Cromwell and the Luxor, the pyramid. When I saw after I saw Carrot Top, I gambled there for a while too. Yeah.
Did you just play slots or did you actually sit down at a poker table and?
I don't play poker. I play blackjack.
Okay.
Yeah, I play blackjack. Yeah. I tried to play blackjack with Ray at the Cromwell when he was trying to stay on 9, and I'm freaked out. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Made?
Yeah.
With Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that movie kind of got me hyped about Vegas, man. When I was younger,
it's a fun time, and I'm pretty sure you'd have a good it. You know, you hear about it, and I finally went first time in March, and Ray has been there before, but it's fucking great. I mean, when I go somewhere, I like to go places where I can do stuff. Some people like to go places where they can just like relax, get on the beach, just stare at the sun. I'm not that. I want to do things.
Right.
And there's no place with more shit to do than Vegas. So, I mean, there's things we wanted to do that we didn't get to. It just, but it's pretty awesome, and I really want to go back. But it's expensive. So, well, the thing about hotels are like compared to other places are cheap. If you don't gamble, it's a pretty affordable place to go. It really is, because you can get hotels for like nice hotels for like $40 a night because they want to get you in there.
Describe the buffets, man.
It's one of the things I didn't get to hit.
No,
I wanted to go to the buffet our last day, and Ray. Oh no, the day. What was it? The day of the fight. Before we went to the fight, I wanted to go to the buffet. And it was like $50, and Ray's like, "Oh, I don't want to go. It's $50." So we went to a place across the street and got hot dogs, and we spent like $30 a piece there at least. So We should have went to the buffet. Anyway.
$30 on hot dogs?
You know, all the prices are nuts there. But, yeah, I didn't hit a buffet, and I'm disappointed. Next time I go to Vegas, I'm only eating buffets.
I wish I didn't see if the flamingo one was there because it was a seafood one. Hey,
it wasn't open because I checked. The one I wanted to go was the Wicked. I wanted to go to the Wicked Spoon one, but you didn't want to go because it was like $50, and instead we spent almost that much on hot dogs.
Yeah, I mean it's a trade-off.
It wasn't a trade-off. We should have just went to the fucking. I should have went without you. And be like, you coming or not? Fuck off.
So you gotta explain this to me. $30 just for a hot dog, or did you get beers too, or what?
I think I got fries and a hot dog and a drink. It's probably about $30. Probably close to it. Probably total. I think so.
Like a drink and a hot dog at T-Mo was like.
No, he's talking about before when we went to Dirt Dog. It was expensive.
Yeah, it was expensive. It was quality though. I mean, it was
one of the better hot dogs I've ever had. But it was.
Yeah, I mean,
for that price.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing, every place there is expensive. I think maybe as far as price. Well, no, the best meal as far as price goes I had was when we were outside of in town Vegas when we went to this barbecue place, Rick's Roll and Smoke Barbecue.
Yeah,
But on the strip, yeah, dude, everything's
you're paying like when you go to Vegas, you're paying a premium of at least 10 to 20% on anything.
At least
food, fucking, liquor. If you're fucking paying money, it's like $10 a fucking $10 for a shot. If you of the cheap shit.
Did y'all have you watched that show on A&E called Pawn Stars?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we performed literally feet from the pawn shop. That's a show I always do when I'm in Vegas.
So
that barbecue place.
What was that?
Have you been into the actual pawn shop though?
Yeah, I have.
I haven't. It was closed when we were there, but we were at the guy's barbecue place.
Yeah, we were at. If you look at older seasons, Pulse, of Pawn Stars, all of a sudden a shopping plaza like pops up right next door. The family owns that. Chumley has a candy store. There used to be an exotic car rental dealership, or like a car rental place. And Rick owns his own barbecue place, which shout out. I need to do this because I love the man for booking us from Vegas.
I got to pee again, dude. I've been super.
Well, go pee, fucker. It doesn't matter. I'm thanking somebody for booking us. This was the first time we ever did a show together, like as Bro Plata.
No one cares.
But Steve McAnally, he runs a show every Wednesday at Rick's Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, which is right next to the pawn shop from Pawn Stars.
Okay.
The first time I ever went to Vegas, I visited the pawn shop just to go in, and it looks like a pawn shop. I mean, what they recreated for the show for like the sound stages and stuff is what it looks like. Like, it's kind of creepy. Like, you walk in, the only thing they didn't have was what was the belt? I think it was WBO. Didn't they have like a WB something belt at one point, like that red boxing belt that was for sale?
Yeah. No, but so it's not like so it is like the show, or it's not like the show. Like, what are the chances? What are the chances you'll go in there and you'll see Rick?
You want to hear a fun story?
Sure.
So I'm in Vegas in 2021 February. Just for a week, this girl that I had met during the pandemic, she flew me out on some simp's dime, and I did stand-up comedy somewhat for a week in Vegas. And I actually got to meet Rick and Cory when I was at Rick's Rollin' Smoke on a Wednesday. It was packed, like completely packed. Right. And Rick and Cory were hanging out, and people, I guess, had called like were threatening to narc on the fact that there were so many fucking people at this show in Vegas. It was awesome. It was so fun. Oh, loved it. Hated the fact I had to wear a mask, but neither here nor there. But yeah, dude, Vegas is one of the greatest places on earth. I don't know why, but I will always book myself around a DJ Pauly D set. Anytime I'm there and he's there, let's fucking go. I'm buying tickets immediately. I'm actually going to see DJ Pauly D in a couple weeks.
Oh,
the
really?
22nd. I'm going to see him here in Cleveland. He's doing a guest set or a DJ set at this nightclub in Cleveland. That's like it's a pool. It's like an open during the summer kind of place, but he's going to be there and I'm excited.
What is it?
Excited.
Is it like all EDM, like house?
Yeah. I mean, I have videos of me and he's playing like the rhythm of the night with some techno beats over it and, kind of like doing the DJ off the fucking laptop shit.
Okay.
It's fun. For some reason, he puts on a hell of a show.
Okay.
Yeah. I will defend Pauly D all day, every day after seeing him live for fucking, I think, $40. Meanwhile,
well, I gotta say, like, I used to watch when I was younger. I used to watch the Jersey Shore. He seemed like the only real down to earth person on that show. Like the only.
Yeah, I was about to say stable. Like,
yeah, like. Oh, I guess there was the other guy. I think his name was Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny Guadagnino, the Keto Guido.
Yeah, but the rest of them, they just seem like caricatures of people.
My Shauna, who went to UFC Columbus, she is a massive Pulse. And when I mean massive, I mean watches Family Vacation. She watches all the Jersey Shore episodes she can get her grubby little Daggett hands on. I mean, she is all about the Dago life with those fucking guys and girls. That it's like, you watch some of these episodes and you're like, fuck you, dude. Like, how do you get that drunk outside of your own home? Like, that's how I got my OVI. But like, fuck it, dude. What are you gonna do? Like, it's a fun show.
You remember when Snooki showed up on a episode of or on a pay-per-view of WrestleMania?
What the hell happened, man? I leave for how long? And you talk about fucking Snooki?
Well, I was talking about the fact that in a couple of weeks I'm going to see.
Oh fuck yeah!
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Hey, what happened?
I need to check something. Oh boy.
I was very happy about Dustin Jacoby's win against what's his name?
Yeah.
Jechiku.
What did you think about the stoppage? Is there any controversy there?
No, calm down. No.
Hold on. I gotta ask a question. I'll be right back.
Okay. No, not enough. I mean, I definitely saw why he stopped it, and it made sense. And it did. He had him, dude. He had him. He had him. What else? What was another big finish on that card?
The guy Diego Lopez, I think his name is.
Yeah. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody else.
Jeremiah Wells. He got choked out by some African dude. I forget the guy's name. Welterweight.
Who
else?
So yeah, Suarez won by submission.
It wasn't the greatest card by any means. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was kind of watching the main event, but by then the Jake Paul fight had started, so I wasn't paying attention to that. But yeah, what I heard, it wasn't the greatest main event.
Well, I had no, like I said before, I had no problem with it, because you saw who's better, right? The better guy just fucking smothered the lesser guy.
It's Rob Font, he's coming off of a knockout win, tremendous knockout win, and then Cory Sandhagen, he's known as like a guy who gets finishes. So it's like however, all those skills, are in the sport. So if you wrestle fuck somebody, you beat somebody at the sport. If you maul him so bad, even with your wrestling, that he can't do anything about it, you really beat him pretty bad at the sport, and he did a great job of that. It's funny you bring that up. That's actually the reason why I'm calling Sean Strickland for an upset. I'm calling it right now.
It's not impossible, but he doesn't really knock people out. I think that's what would have to happen, because I don't think there's any world where he's able to outpoint Izzy. Well, the only world is if Izzy just doesn't train and fucking goes to the bender like John Jones.
Everybody says this. I picked Strickland in the Discord, and everybody's like, "You're crazy. You think he can just beat Adesanya with just boxing?"
He's gonna have a hard enough time getting inside of him.
I don't think
he doesn't like knock people out.
He finished his last fight by TKO.
He did, but I don't think he's just against Izzy.
Listen,
I would like to see it. That'd be fun. And also, I'm excited to see him in enemy territory. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, my bad. Well, am I supposed to bring you back?
Probably not. I don't know what I heard.
So I was like, okay. But I think Izzy is just a kickboxer. He's nothing that Sean Strickland hasn't seen before. So
he hasn't seen one like him.
Yeah, he fought Pahale. He got knocked out.
How'd that go?
Not great for him, but I'm just saying, it's like I'm not worried about it. If he goes to the ground, that's advantage Strickland.
Strickland's not going to try to take him down. And Izzy's definitely not going to take him down.
I like his chances. I'm ready.
Listen, if you want to bet on him, he's going to have a hell of a line against him, I'm sure. Plus,
more than anything, the build-up is going to be great for that fight.
Sorry, had to get a date thing because we're doing the 22nd at Progressive Field, and then 3 days later on Friday, I'm doing Paul ED. That's why I got off the podcast real quick.
All I heard was he popped you in for a second, and I heard like someone talking about you being racist or something, which is normal for this show. It's not.
Well, no, I was telling Shauna about the fact that when we go to this Guardians versus Dodgers game, I am going to be wearing a high quality Jackie Robinson t-shirt.
High quality. It's gonna be the cheapest possible t-shirt.
No. I'm actually gonna get like if they have like stitching or if I have like a little label on it. But I'm gonna buy that.
You should make your own with like get a marker, get a blue marker.
Because then
blue and
racist.
Red markers.
Well, no, because then if you like boo me because I'm wearing a Dodgers thing, it's like you're racist because it's Jackie Robinson shit, bro.
Boo you, man. Boo you. Just make sure you stand up and clap for Rosario when he gets his
yeah, I'll be respectful. Okay, hi.
Have you ever used Vivid Seats Pulse? Because that's kind of a little confusing, right? I don't. Like, he definitely got the tickets, but he hasn't gotten them yet, which is weird because if they're electronic transfer, you usually get them right away. But if that's all, Vivid Seats is guaranteed, so I feel like you're going to get them. But
here's the thing. I'll give you a good example. I think in a couple of weeks, I'm allowed to transfer my Flogging Molly tickets that my mom bought me for my birthday. If anybody needs, no matter who it is, wants to know my birthday gift every single year, it's Flogging Molly tickets. Some men ask for blowjobs. I want accordions and banjos. Yeah. Well, depending on what state you live in or county. I mean, T County is pretty much a mom blowjob area.
You're talking about what your mother gave you, and you say some men ask for blowjobs from your mother.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying regardless of who you are, some men ask for blowjobs. I ask for Flogging Molly tickets from anybody. I don't care who it is, as long as it's not my mom, because that just made me kind of sick. Thank you, Tim.
You're the one that said it. You said it like that.
No, well, you know what I meant, and you twisted it. How dare you?
Didn't. No, I just repeated it. Is what I did.
No, you twisted it.
I repeated it.
You twisted it like the typical liberal that you are. You piece of shit.
Speaking of that, have we heard election results?
No, Google the election results for issue 1 in Cleveland or Ohio. Please. After that,
you know what? It looks like. Let me take a look here.
Oh boy!
No, that doesn't help.
After this, we'll talk about the UFC Nashville. Bring up the card. I will admit, I only watched the main card. Sans the first fight.
It failed.
Failed? Yay!
Whoo! Sorry, it was close. Well, no, not really. 56 to 43%.
It's not, well, I mean, it's still a victory.
Yeah.
Was the legalization of marijuana on the ballot?
That will be
in November.
Soon. Maybe not this.
Yeah, probably November.
Possibly this November.
Bro, you have no idea.
This November, there's going to be a lot of crazy shit this November. It's going to be a big battle this November.
How bad I want legalized marijuana in this state. But, like, we need to have individual growers. We can't have fucking monopolies. We can't have any of that shit.
There's 2 different bills in the House right now from the Democrats and the Republicans, but they're both for legalization. So they're going to have to hash out what exactly that's going to be.
Yeah, they have to come together on that fucking bill.
But like I'm saying, they both the bills are to legalize it, but they're different ways. I tell people all the time about how we shot it down. Like how many years ago was that? 5 or so? 5 or 6?
Probably about 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who shut it down? The potheads shut it down.
Yeah.
They were telling everybody like, dude, don't do
it.
this. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this. I'm like, okay, all right, if you say so. You're the experts on it.
I voted against it because it's like you can't have a centralized. You can't have like
so weird.
A cartel, basically.
It basically was. Yeah, the government was a cartel. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, okay, if it was a member of NSYNC or it was a member of the Backstreet Boys from Ohio, I would be fine with it. Dude, but a member of 98 Degrees,
dude, Uno Nacho
fuck your mother.
No. That is probably the most underrated of the boy bands was 98 Degrees.
Fuck them. They don't. He doesn't deserve. What was it? Nick Lachey? Yeah. Nick Lachey can suck my fucking red and white Polish dick. I don't give a shit, dude. No, you're not allowed to control what I'm fucking smoking, dude. I don't know what you're putting in it. I don't know what you're fucking doing.
Uno Noche.
Ugh, fucking loser. Fucking couldn't hold a Jessica Simpson, you dumb shit.
Anyway, Paul, so what we're saying is that about 7 years ago, there was a ballot on measure on the ballot to legalize marijuana in Ohio, but it was shady. And
I'm a narcissist, Casey.
And everyone I know that smoked was like, don't fucking vote for this. It's like, we'll be illegal for however much long, another decade if we have to, but do not fucking vote for this because it was bad. It was monopolizing it for the state. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't be good.
It was one of the worst. It was like Colorado's deal was great. You have to apply for licenses to be a grower. You can like personal plants with 6. I think 6. Michigan now actually updated it to they actually upped the number from they took Colorado's model, which is pretty good. Like the taxes are a little bit high. It's like 25%, I think, of sale. So it like hikes shit up a lot. But Colorado or Michigan, what they did was they doubled the amount of plants you can grow as a personal like amount from 6 to 12. And that to me, like 12 is the perfect amount of plants you should be allowed to have as a personal grower. Anything more than that's fucking overkill.
Wasn't the amount for that old bill? Wasn't it like it was 2 plants, but you're not allowed to share it? Wasn't that what
Yeah.
it was?
Yeah, you're not allowed to share any of the crop. You're not. Yeah,
Right, and it was 2. It was 2 plants, I think. I could be wrong.
It's
But I think
fucking
it was 2.
yeah.
It
We
was
need
a small
at
amount.
least 6 in this town before or this state before I'll fucking really vote for anything.
However, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon, within the next couple years, and maybe
I'm hoping
by next year. So,
bro, it'll be nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been in a lot of legal states. You've been in one of them.
all these dispensaries are not opening up just to have just a medical license forever, right? They're waiting on, especially the one that down the street from me, the one that opened up.
Yeah, I got one too.
They didn't open up just for medical. I mean, for now they did, but they're banking on like it's gonna happen. So,
and that's that's the thing, man. You look at pot when it comes to like even national. I wish people would I wish they would let us just vote nationally on a constitutional amendment for thing. Make it the Colorado model, make it the Michigan model, whatever you would want to do.
The Supreme Court won't do it.
No, here's the thing. If the will of the people is met, the Supreme Court has nothing to do with it.
Well, we got to get it on the ballot first. When was the last time we had a national referendum? Like, we haven't, have we?
No, and I think that should be the national referendum. If I was running for president, that would be my national referendum, and I would get so many people behind me. Where it's like, this is the legalization. This is how much you're allowed to have, and
we're just letting people vote for it. Yeah,
let the people vote for this.
It's up to you.
How many? We have what, 20? I think amendments in the Constitution, 19 or 20.
We should all know this, but I don't know for sure.
There's
over. I want to say there's at least 21, right?
Yeah, there is a 21st Amendment. Yeah,
I think it's 20. I'm going to say 26.
Amendments to the Constitution. 27.
Oh, I was close.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
What's the 27th Amendment?
Ooh, let's look. I will read it and bore every person that's watching right now.
I know, right? What do you
27 amendments.
After this, we're gonna see how much of the preamble we all know.
Amendment 27. No law varying the compensation for the services of the senators and representatives shall take effect until election or representative shall have intervened.
Well, it could be the way you read it, but I don't understand what that means.
No law varying the compensation, so up and down, for the services of the senators and representatives shall take effect until an election of representatives shall have intervened.
Okay, I think I get it. You can't change salaries.
Yeah, you can't change. Yeah, I like it.
I wouldn't have guessed that it being it though.
I wish old Nance would have taken that fucking shit, but she hasn't lost yet. So
no, well, but she vacated her position, whatever. But
she's still in the Senate or the House.
Yeah, because she keeps getting voted in.
Sorry for the fucking district of San Francisco she belongs to.
Is McConnell still alive?
Bro, we need to talk about that. Like, I am not a fan of Mitch McConnell, but I gotta say this is like what do you call it? A relative of some people who have had strokes and aneurysms in their lifetime. I hate Mitch McConnell. I need to say that I hate him.
Me too, but I don't wish it on anybody.
I felt bad for him because of just how, if this would have been maybe 10 years ago, right? I'm fucking 24. I would have laughed. I really would have. I probably would have laughed and been like, ha, you're fucking old and done. But like now I'm like, oh no, Grandpa doesn't know what he's doing. Like, and that scares me, bro. Like, what what's the political class gonna be in this country like after these people? Like that's what scares me. Like
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it'll be worse. McConnell, it might be. I mean, it might be. I don't know, but McConnell, ooh, that guy.
Well, no, I'm not saying, but it's like these guys have held on to power so fucking long, bro, that it's uncomfortable. Like at this point, I've never been more like, what the fuck are we doing? We have an 80-year-old president.
Anybody think of a fucking term limit? Maybe no. Okay.
They tried it in the 90s and it didn't work.
Didn't work
under Clinton. But
did you have more stories, Pulse? You have anything else?
I do not, and actually I actually gotta run. So.
All right, that's fine. We've been on for a long time.
Yep. All right, Pulse. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon, my homie.
Are y'all going live Thursday?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll see you guys then. Later, fellas.
Later, buddy.
I will do Hero of the Week. There was some good ones this week. Like, it would take a lot to not give it to Joe Thomas for.
Wait. Sing the song, fucker.
I don't want to.
Okay.
And because you said fucker, I'm not going to. If you just would have said, hey, will you sing the song? I would have, but you're being an ass about it, so I'm not going to do it. That's a background. You not figured this out yet? That's not. Anyway, Joe Thomas is a nominee because he got
the name is up
in the
there,
Hall of Fame. Joe Thomas, one of the greatest left tackles in the history of football. Broke the record for consecutive snaps. An insane record, Iron Man streak for consecutive snaps. Insane. Especially on a terrible team, which, like, you know, through most of the year, they're not in contention. You know, you probably want to sit the guy because, you know, so he doesn't get hurt, but he kept fucking playing. He kept playing until he actually got hurt, and that was the last year he played. But Joe Thomas, so good. Did you hear the story he was telling about Peyton Manning trying to get a trade for him when he was in Denver?
I can imagine.
Well, at that point, then the Browns front office knew what would happen if they traded Joe Thomas. Like, no matter what they got, like the riot that would happen if they traded Joe Thomas. So they had and this is the year that the Broncos won the Super Bowl, so they didn't need him.
Yeah.
So they had a trade set up. They had compensation, and that they thought was fair. Both sides thought was fair, but they're like, Joe Thomas is so loved here. We can't trade him. And so Peyton Manning said, like, Joe, listen, that's what I need you to do. I need you to go up to the GM's office and take a fucking shit on his desk. He's like, that's the only way they will trade you. So I need you to go shit on his desk so he gets so pissed off that he will trade you. So do that. And I think he was probably like 70% serious. Anyway, that was funny. But one nomination is Joe Thomas. Another one, I mean, Tom Hamilton's amazing, and he's another nominee. I mean, him making amazing calls is not new to fans of the Guardians or anyone in this area who's ever listened to him call games. It's not new. Like, if you look online, there's tons, especially like number one, almost any home run, any walk-off home run, any, you know, like playoff walk. I mean, the man is amazing. He's so great, and we're so lucky to have him. But this call, the Anderson call, the down goes Anderson, was so fucking good.
Oh, hell yeah.
So another nomination for Tom Hamilton. But I mean, listen, it doesn't happen without Hosey. And I love the man to death. It was, you know, man, I thought for sure this week it was going to be Joe Thomas, but Hosey, baby, man.
With that knockout, it should be.
Yes, and he's just perfect. He really is. Like, he's just everything you want in a ball player, everything you want in a franchise player. The way he plays, everyone plays, and he plays at 110% all the time. He plays the right way all the time. So he never gets pissed off. He never gets, but, you know, it would take a lot. And Tim Anderson has been poking the bear for a long time, and it finally came to a head on Saturday. And then he decided he wanted to fight Hosey. And it could have been more perfect that our dude at home in our stadium with that happening, when that ass, who we already don't like, Tim Anderson, decided he wanted to fight our guy with 2 White Sox pulling him back, fucking clipped him in the chin and knocked him down. So good. So perfect.
Sent him right to his ass. He was
flashing. He was flash knocked out. When he was falling, he was out. He was
out. That was an RB fucking. That was RB if you're playing UFC fucking UFC 4. He
that
hit
was an
him
MMA
hard.
fight. He probably would have to hit him 1 or 2 more times, so they would have stopped it because he was flash knocked out.
No,
if they didn't pull him back, dude, he would have hit him right in the jaw. He would have. Man, it would have been bad if they didn't hold him back. But also, like, we knew he was a little guy who grew up in the Dominican Republic. He obviously has been in fights before. We saw that. I'm waiting for Ray.
Fully agree with you, dude. Yeah. Like, he must have gotten into some hardcore street fights.
Yeah, when you saw that happen, he's done this before. It's been a minute probably, but he's done this before, 100%. And it was perfect, all of it. Like I said, I've never, of all my years of fandom, I've never had this much, affection from afar from an athlete as I do Jose Ramirez. He's perfect. I love him. He's great. I've had a lot of athletes that I thought were great and I loved in Cleveland, but Jose Ramirez is absolutely the top, and he's still in his prime, and he's great, and everything was kind of perfect with him knocking that dude down. So, for that reason, Jose Ramirez is this week's hero of the week. Jose.
And
that was what the chant was happening. Also, Ray's been to games. Every time they say Jose Ramirez's name, the stadium goes nuts. Starting lineups, every at bat he has. It's just, we love him. Build him a statue today. And really, we loved him before, but when he took literally half of what he's worth in the market to stay in Cleveland, we're like, this guy is our guy forever. Like, who the hell does it? No one fucking does that. One guy does that, Jose Ramirez, and we have him.
Yeah.
You playing with the backgrounds now?
I like it. I like the purple and green.
Yeah, I like that. I like the pink one too. So it saved all our backgrounds, huh?
All of our shit. Yeah.
See, they're waiting for us. They knew we'd be back.
It's like, go see your chat on the screen. You'll come back. We appreciate.
Not flashy, but it works.
And we will be back as always.
Not as always.
Tuesday or Thursday. Live on your YouTube phones. So make sure to watch us. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, please.
Give us $5.
Give us DONOS. The link is in the description. And we're gonna start possibly pimping Krakens to shotgun beers. So stick around.
Mainly, I just want one.
Me too. So
excuse me. I don't know if I definitely don't need one, but I want one.
We are Bro Plato. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. And as always, we'll see you at the Kumite, fam.
The show will be over in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.